start it up and I'll just be like, hey guys, so we got this beginner campaign.
I just started recording, so you can...
Alright, cool. So, hello, like Daryl's video. So we just kind of got into D&D because I bought all the books and I made them all play.
Basically, he's a nerd.
Yeah. So we have this intro campaign kind of set up. I kind of just made it up. We have this map made. We have some vague storyline set up. And we're kind of just going to experiment and see how it goes. So we have myself, Joseph, as the DM. We have Michael Arca, who is playing Ashen Voltus, the Wood Elf Rogue. And Daryl playing... let me look at his name in a second. I mispronounce it.
It's right there.
Pussaith Masterus of the 5000th degree, who's a half-elf bard. Daryl will also be taking control of a orc fighter I made.
Shit, wait, I need to
Krusk
get
the
that.
Ravager. Forgot to get the character sheet, so he's just gonna do that now. Basically, we didn't have quite enough people, we thought, and Daryl wanted some variety in his gameplay, so I made a character that would benefit the group and just kind of threw it at him. So we're gonna kind of develop the personalities and everything of the characters as we go along. The whole plot is loosely written, but not completely scripted. So we'll see how that goes. The only thing that's kind of the most set thing is that the orc's character, he's kind of an asshole basically. His personality is pretty predetermined. I'm gonna kind of encourage Daryl to play him as such. Other than that, it's just kind of an open campaign. We're gonna see how it goes. It's our first time for any of us doing this, so excuse us if it's totally awful, and hopefully you guys enjoy and we enjoy, and maybe we'll do more of this if it's good. This campaign is probably not gonna...
Dude, we're gonna do more of it if it's shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
It shouldn't last too many hours this session today, but the campaign will probably take a couple of sessions to complete, because we got 7 locations here with the associated quests and yada yada. So I guess we'll kind of jump in if everybody's ready.
Okay. I'm good.
Are you guys good? Alright, so we're starting in the town of Kleinstadt, up in the northwest of the map there. It's just kind of a farmer's town. These simple wooden buildings and thatched roofs. There's the one tavern in town, I have it written down somewhere, and I should have just had this pulled up before. The Oak and Spear is the tavern. And it's a busy day for this tavern, considering such a small town. There's locals kind of strewn about, humans and half-elves intermingled. We have our bard, Pussaith Masterus, at the harpsichord playing away. We have our rogue. I already forgot the name again. I apologize.
Ashen Voltus.
Ashen Voltus, just kind of hanging out nearby, twiddling his fingers, playing with a dagger perhaps. And our half-orc, pounding down ales at the bar. So in this town, there's been a slew of merchants being attacked by bandits on the roads. And as our characters are sitting in the tavern now, someone comes by holding or carrying alongside them a beaten and battered merchant. And he calls out for the cleric. That's basically where we start our adventure. So, what do you guys want to do?
So can I kill the merchant?
I'd really prefer, at this point in time, if we weren't killing friendly NPCs.
You'd prefer that.
Can I steal his item?
Yeah. So okay, the merchant is being carried by a healthy civilian of the town who just trying to help this guy out. They just came off from being raided. So you guys are inside the tavern. You guys would have to go out of the tavern and then try to either kill or pickpocket a man that's being carried in broad daylight in the middle of a city outside of a bustling tavern. So let's not do that for now. There will be plenty of opportunities to murder many people later on. Let's just start this off with a little bit more of a restricted.
Understand.
So yeah. So I will again ask you guys what you want to do. You're
so
in the tavern.
I jump up from the harpsichord and I exit the tavern. And I say, stop.
God. Alright. The man stops briefly and looks over his shoulder and calls out to you. What do you want? I'm trying to help this guy out.
Nah, never mind. And I go back into the tavern and get another drink.
The man gives a confused look and hobbles off trying to find the cleric to help this poor bleeding merchant. Alright. Do you guys... So... All right, I'm just gonna leave this to you guys for a little bit. I can improvise like shit, so let's just keep going. What do you guys want to do?
I'm just watching the merchant from afar.
All right, cool. They're heading off to what appears to be a makeshift kind of medical facility. There's no real temple, and it's such a small town. There's not a lot of resources, but the town cleric's been working dutifully to try and help people that have been injured on the roads. You see them enter the door of this small building and closes up behind them, disappear out of sight. Yeah.
So I nudge Ashen and I say, hey, how much money do you think that guy's got?
Probably 1,000. Probably more than 1,000 gold.
1,000
Probably,
gold?
yeah. Merchants are pretty wealthy in this area of town. The merchants actually run this particular town of Kleinstadt.
Wow.
But this one was attacked by bandits who may not be carrying too much, but you can't really say for sure.
So the
without being
bandits
there
are going to
yourselves.
have a lot of money.
The bandits have been raiding caravans for 3 or 4 weeks now, so they've been accumulating some resources most likely. There have been bounties put out by on the bandits, but no hired mercenaries have been put out, and no one's been volunteering to go out and fight because it's a small village. Commoners, farmers, not even many smiths or anything. It's such a small space that there's not anyone really equipped to deal with a bandit menace. So that's where kind of things are as of now.
Okay, so now that I've thought about it and I've had a drink, I decide that my lust for gold requires that we fight these bandits. So I go
Alright,
outside
cool.
the tavern and again, and I say, hey, so about last time, I actually want your money, so let's fight.
But the bandits aren't in town. The bandits are off in a camp to the northwest, about a day's travel.
Okay.
There's so the scene as it is right now. There's the town, and up the hill slightly. There's the merchant houses. They've been kind of in seclusion since the bandit attacks started. They've not been leaving for whatever reason. There's a
Okay.
bounty board outside the tavern, and the tavern keeper standing inside, obviously displeased with the whole bandit thing, anyways. So I'd recommend either trying to talk to the nobles and the merchants, although you might not get anything out of them. Going to the bounty board.
Try to
and
what?
just trying to get some information out of them and seeing if they'll hire you to take out the bandits.
Oh, okay.
You might not be able to get anything out of them because they've been in seclusion for a while. You could approach the bounty board, just take your information from there and just head off. Or maybe talk to the tavern keeper, maybe he'll have some more information for you guys.
Okay, so I asked the tavern keep, since I'm at the bar having a drink, hey, you know what any of that was about?
God damn. I thought I was going to do characters and voice, but I'm so not adept at that. So the tavern keeper gives you the rundown. There have been bandit attacks going on for 3 or 4 weeks, coming off from this camp to the northwest. Most of the trade actually circulates in this region of the Nimean Grasslands, but there are imports coming in from the northwest that have been just getting cut off completely. The town's actually running low on supplies, and the tavern keeper especially is running out of food. He's mostly down to bread and ale. He knows about the bounties put out. He doesn't know what the value is on the bounty, but he knows the merchants are looking for somebody to take care of the trouble for them. They're just not hiring anybody directly. They're putting out wanted posters, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
The merchant was pretty rough, right? I mean,
Yeah.
would I be able to heal him?
You
Have
might be able to help actually. This town is the cleric in this town is a good soul, but maybe not the most adept at healing. You could try your luck and help this merchant out. Maybe he'll have some more information for you.
Okay.
guys
So
wanna go do
can
that?
I go do that?
Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna assume, unless you guys tell me otherwise, you're all kind of tagging along together, especially the orc, since his character is almost secondary. But Arca, if you are doing something else, let me know. But in general, I'm gonna assume you guys are all together when someone leads the way. So you guys go off to the medical building, and you're standing
Did we
outside.
drive there? Because the car.
You walked there because there is not a. Yeah, I heard that car. We're not. This is not that kind of game. Just so you guys know, I think I'm going to try and leave you to make your decisions yourselves. I walked you up to the door, but I'm not
Okay.
telling you if it's unlocked. How many people are inside, yada yada. So I'll leave that up to you guys. You can often ask questions. You can make checks to see things. So you guys are outside right now, basically, kind of just standing in front of the door.
Okay. So I knock on the door. I say, "Hey, anybody in there?"
The man that was carrying the injured merchant earlier opens the door slightly and asks what you're looking for. How can he help you, or what do you want?
I have an herbalism kit, and I am good at medicine. I think I might be able to help the merchant that you brought in.
All right. Could you roll a persuasion check for me?
Okay.
So that's your charisma bonus and your skill proficiency bonus. So it should be a total of +6, and you just roll a d20, and I'll tell you if you succeed or not. So use that dice rolling thing.
D20. So
Yeah.
I got 16 plus 6 is 22.
22? Yeah, cool. So he accepts your gracious offer of help, and he lets you in. He lets in the rest of the party. The man is lying there with multiple stab wounds and a large bludgeoning wound to the head. He's clearly lost a lot of blood and is very near death, actually. What do you want to try to do?
What
You
is
do have healing spells. You are a bard.
Oh,
So you don't have
right,
any
right.
spell slots, but you do have healing spells.
All right. What's in the herbalism kit? Like,
Let me find that out for you.
okay. Like, I don't actually know what it does.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That might be more for collecting herbs to make potions and such.
Okay.
But this cleric might have something else in the area. If one of you wants to make investigation check, you could see if he has any tools around that might help you
I would like to do that.
heal this guy. Sure. Okay, so just go ahead and roll that. I think you have proficiency on that, and it's an intelligence
+2.
check. So +4, and you roll a d20.
So,
I'll tell you if you make it or not while I find the herbalism kit for Daryl.
what do you mean by +2? Oh, 20.
So you roll a d20, and then you add your intelligence modifier and your proficiency because you're in proficient in investigation. And then I've decided a difficulty for the check, and I'll tell you if you succeed or not based on what you roll and what you add. So what'd you roll on
I'm
d20?
so confused about like this rolling thing.
Okay, so when you try to do pretty much any action, I'm gonna ask you to make a check to see if it succeeds. So the basic way of doing it is you roll a d20 based on whatever check it is. So it's an intelligence check. So you roll a d20, and then you add your intelligence modifier, and then if you have any relevant proficiencies, which you do because you're doing an investigation check, you add that as well. So you take your roll, you add your intelligence and your proficiency, and you tell me your result. In this case, you roll a d20, you add 4, and then you tell me what you got in total.
Okay. So 20, right?
Is that the dice
Yeah.
you're using? Yeah, you are using d20, or is that what you got?
That's what I got.
Cool. So is that like 16 plus your proficiency in intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you guys find bandages, and that's about it. He's not actually very well equipped, but it'll be better than nothing for staunching the blood flow.
Is that his bandages or?
It's the cleric just has them in his place because
okay.
there's been so many injuries recently. Let me
I was
just see if I
gonna
can find the
take
herbalism kit before you start up. Herbalism kit contains clippers, immortal and pestle, pouches and vials for herbalists, create remedies and potions. You can add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to then apply herbs. You can make potions of healing. So nothing in the kit will really help you except maybe you can clip the bandages after you wrap up the guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So right now he's like
the...
dying. Do you want to? You can try and stabilize him making a medicine check if you want.
A medicine check? Okay.
So just roll a d20 and add your medicine and your wisdom.
Okay. Oh, shit, I got a 2.
So 6 total.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah. You try and wrap the bandages, but you kind of fumble with it, and they kind of just fall off the guy, and they're soaked in blood. He's getting very close to death.
Can I use my healing word on him?
Yeah, sure. Let me just take a look into if you need to do anything else, or you just cast it automatically. Healing word, instantaneous, verbal. Yeah, so just roll 1d4 and add your spellcasting modifier, which is 4.
Roll a what?
A d4.
D4, okay.
And then you add your charisma bonus because that's how you cast. So yeah.
2 plus what? 4.
Yeah.
Right. So 6.
So he's lying there, but you see him visibly relax as his wounds start to close and the blood starts to drip much more slowly. He regains conscious, but just barely. And he thanks you for your help.
Okay.
Anything you want to ask him? He may pass out soon. He's still in pretty rough shape, but he is now at least going to live for sure.
Personally, I'm gonna leave him alone, let him rest. I'll tell
Alright.
the rest of the people that we will be out to get those bandits.
Cool. Cool. Anything you want to do, Arca, or are you guys just gonna head out from the merchant or the cleric's hut?
I think we should exit the room.
All right. Cool. So you guys just head on outside, having saved that man. Daryl, could you just mark off that you used one of your spell slots? It's on the third page beside your slots total.
Alright, so 1 slot expended.
Yeah. But you did save that man.
My character
might
is
have-
such a goof. I should roll an intelligence check every step I take.
Yikes. Oof.
Alright, I'm rolling an intelligence check. Let's go.
Are you really?
Yeah. Alright, I got a
What'd you get?
16.
All right. You're not
I'm
that
a
stupid,
genius.
but in general, you're pretty stupid. Okay. So from there, where do you guys want to go? You could maybe either find the bounty board and just get information off that, or see if the tavern keeper knows the approximate route to the.
We should gather information before
We will use real die eventually because Joseph
I bought
has a
us a
set.
bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now
I didn't give it to him yet. We're using
I'm
it
used-
online.
Yeah.
There's a 3D dice roller, which is actually pretty nice. But I have physical dice. They do not right now. That's all.
Alright. So I guess we go to the bounty board.
Cool. So you walk up, just covered all over is missing people and bounties for various bandits, including the leader of the camp. I don't have the name for the camp, to be honest. I forgot to think about that. But the approximate direction is
Nice.
it's about 1 day's travel on foot. It's just straight northwest from here. So there's a path out of town. Do you guys want to get any supplies or anything before you go? You do have rations and you have water. You don't have any healing potions or anything. You could maybe try to scrounge up some supplies before you leave if you like.
So what is there in this town?
Yeah, so we have the tavern, we have the cleric's hut, and the just kind of residential houses, the nobles' houses. Your best bet would probably be to see if the tavern keeper can get you anything, or try and convince the nobles or the merchants to give you some resources to help you fight off the bandits.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how concerned are the nobles about the bandits?
It's a big deal. They're actually the reason they're staying inside because they're afraid of a raid on the city itself. They just, for some reason, don't seem to be going out and trying to fix the problem themselves.
Alright.
But they are keenly interested in fixing the issue because it is cutting off all their income as well.
Alright, well, so I guess first, let's go to the nobles, and can I ask them for money?
You probably can. Let's see. So I'll have you do some checks when you get there. So you guys walk up to the. There's a kind of a collection. It's almost a ring of houses, kind of like a cul-de-sac, but you know, imagine not like modern. So there's all
Sorry,
the nobles'
what?
houses. It's like just not modern. It's not like a.
No, what
not
was the
paved.
thing?
It's like a cul-de-sac. It's a circle of
Okay.
buildings, kind of with one entrance to the whole area.
Yeah,
About 8 houses with the names of the various merchant families in a plaque above the doorways. They're all approximately the same architecture, and there's no real defining feature in the houses.
Okay.
Distinguish themselves from each other.
I'd like to walk up to the first one that we see.
Sure. You're just gonna knock, or
Yeah.
Wait, where are we at?
you're just in another part of the town near the merchants' houses.
Okay.
Try and get some information or some supplies. So you walk up and knock, and after some short time, a servant comes up and answers the door and asks you what you're doing, or what you're doing, basically.
We're here about the bandit attacks. My associates and I have decided that we're going to stop the bandits. We were wondering if your master had any supplies that he could give us that would help.
Cool. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. So D20, right?
Yep.
Alright, that's 6.
Okay, and you add 6 because of your charisma and persuasion.
Alright, so 12.
So you got 12. So actually, he tells you to wait 1 moment and closes the door. And you guys wait kind of a few minutes. You kind of start to doubt that he's actually come back at
Can
all.
you believe they closed the door on me?
And then
Me?
finally the door creaks open. And the man comes out with a small sack and a coin purse. He hands you the coin purse, about 20 gold pieces, not too much, but money's money. And the sack has 3 healing potions in it, one for each of the party members.
Sorry, how much money?
20 gold pieces.
Okay. So do we put like? Do we put that?
Yeah. So
somewhere?
put the money in your inventory. So I'm gonna put you up
Okay.
to 25 on my
25.
sheet, and then put everybody put a healing potion in
Okay.
your equipment.
Alright.
I'm gonna do the same, just so I have track of everything. Make sure you put one for the orc as well, Daryl.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright. I asked if I could get the guy's name.
The master or the servant?
The master. Or the servant came back. Do you mean?
The servant came back. The master had not.
Okay.
You haven't seen any of the merchants in
So I
since
asked.
you've arrived.
Wait, the master's name's probably on the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just read it, I suppose it's true.
Okay,
Let me
okay.
just find out what his name is. I have it written down somewhere, I'm sure. The name is Kareem of House Kaladan,
Okay. So
in case you're interested.
I tell the servant that Kareem of House
Kaladan.
Kaladin has the thanks of Pussaith Masterus of the 5000th degree, Krusk the Ravager, and
I
and
good Ashen Voltus.
no, I meant I wanted
Sure.
Arca to.
And I realized you were as I said it, but I was like, you know what? I'm already saying it
Anyway,
now that I said it.
so
All right.
we take our leave,
Cool.
I guess.
Yeah. So you guys want to head off northwest towards the
Actually,
bandit camp?
no, wait.
Okay,
So
sure.
Andrew said we should talk to the tavern keep and try to gabble with him. So let's go into the tavern.
Okay.
Wait, and try to what with them?
Gabble. Talk rapidly and unintelligibly.
Okay, cool.
You should use the 20 pieces.
Would the tavern keep have anything to give us?
He may have some information. If you're lucky, maybe he'll give you something to help you out on your journey, or at least.
No, you
information's
already
probably
got
good.
money and potions. Yo, but what if he has
That's from the
a
merchants.
stiff
That's
drink?
not the same guy. He might give you a drink.
So I
you
go
guys
into the
want to see-
tavern, I say, "Hey man, we're heading out to kill the bandits. You got a drink for me?"
Alright, make a persuasion check.
I got 19.
Alright, yeah. He gives you each 2 tankards of
Each?
ale. Yeah.
Okay.
He
No
admires
problem,
your
team.
bravery and hopes you'll be able to resolve this issue for this town. He'll be very thankful if you do.
Yo, he fucking knows I'll be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
Alright, see ya, bitch, I
You guys
said.
just finish off your drinks, or
No, I'm taking them with me.
you're just carrying them out?
I don't
Alright.
want mine. I'm giving it to Daryl.
Alright. Give him to the orc. The orc can probably put back his own weight.
Alright, yeah, I
alcohol
give
anyways.
the one that Arca hands to me to the orc because I'm a lightweight.
The orc just pounds down the 3 tankards in absolutely no time at all.
I
and
think he
stands up
grunts
as if-
too.
Yeah, he probably does. You know, based on how I speak about the characters, he would grunt. Anyways, so yeah, you guys just kind of. Are you literally going to carry your ale?
So I get outside the tavern, I smash it on the ground and say, "Let's get it, boys."
Alright.
Oh, that's such a waste.
So you guys are heading off. What trails do you guys want to go at? You can go at normal speed, and you'll get there in a bit under a day, give or take. And if you don't, including rest, you can go a little bit faster. You may get there before nightfall, because it's still early in the day for whatever reason. I don't know. Or you can go slowly and stealthily, knowing that there's been raids on the route before.
Alright, Arca, how do you feel?
I think we should go slowly.
Alright,
Cool.
we can go slowly.
So you guys can travel with stealth if you're going to go slow. So I'm going to have you guys make a stealth check as you begin to travel.
Alright, sure. Which is that?
So it's dexterity as well as proficiency if you have it.
So what do we
D20?
D20, yeah.
Alright.
Most checks are D20. I'll let you know if they're not.
I got a fucking 1. Also,
Okay.
Andrew, I wanted to go fast, but I'm a team player, you know.
Alright, Arca, what'd you get?
So,
I heard somebody roll a dice, but it's supposed to be a D20. I don't think you have a D20.
19, I think.
All right, cool.
Oh wait, no. So I got a
Arc-
1 plus 1, so 2.
plus 1
Yeah, because for my dexterity.
for your
Right?
dexterity. Okay, cool. Oh, is that for the orc?
No. Oh, sorry.
Your dexterity's 2.
Oh, okay, so I got
That's
3.
a 1 is still an automatic critical fail.
Oh,
what
right.
about the,
Okay.
What about the orc?
Let me
What
roll
does he
for the
get?
orc. He got 15 plus 1,
Okay.
16.
So you guys, despite Daryl, like, probably dropping his instrument and like all the money out of his pocket, you guys do manage to take off.
Wait, I dropped all the money out of my
torches.
pocket. Do I?
You collect it back up, but you're
Okay.
big fucking klutz, basically. Your first steps on your.
So what you're
path,
telling
and
me
you
is
just
I
drop
rolled a
everything.
retard check.
Yeah. As per usual, I guess, or whatever. So you guys travel. Let me look at one.
Andrew said if you roll a natural 1, you should make like a shit ton of noise.
Yeah, no, generally
Okay.
one does. So thankfully, this is like just to see if they get stealthed in their travels, and they did, because like Daryl's fuck up didn't outweigh the rest of the party succeeding. Let me just. Hold on. Should have this pulled up, but I don't.
Oh my god, dude, you're trolling my stream.
I know, I'm just ruining
Killing
it.
the content.
It's over. Yeah. Can't kill what's already dead.
Wow. Wig.
Alright, let me see.
Shut the fuck. Alright, while I'm waiting for Joseph, I punch Arca in the face.
I dodged it.
Roll to attack.
Which dice is that? It's a
That's
playful
D20 as
punch.
well.
Oh shit, I got a 20. It's a very hard playful punch.
You
Damn.
punch Arc. Okay, roll. I think it's 2d4.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, Alright, I got 2 and 2.
Alright, so you plan to just kind of give Arca a little playful nudge, but you bash him in the jaw with such force that he's sprawled out on the floor of the path. Arca, you take 4 points of damage.
I'm down to 3.
Yeah. You guys do have healing potions in deck, so
Wow, man, thanks.
Hey man, it's just a playful nudge. That's
that's wait. So was it a natural 20 or a?
It's a natural 20.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. That's correct.
Okay.
Can I get a heal there?
Yeah. Also,
I will give Arca my healing potion because I don't
That's
want to use
class.
another spell.
Yeah, that's fair.
I go back to 7.
How much do healing potions do?
Let me check on that. I got that in here somewhere. In the Dungeon Master's Guide, for I am the Dungeon Master.
So I say to Arca, hey, sorry man, I was just trying to warm up, getting ready to fight some bandits. I'm kind of drunk.
It's
My bad, buddy.
Wow, man, you're really pumped.
Yeah, he's.
Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready to kill some
on his
bandits,
shit,
make
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
I'm ready to become a legend,
Potion of healing does 2d4 plus 2. So if he drinks it, he'll gain all his health back.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
So 2d4.
No, I mean,
2d4, but, okay, the math ends up like you couldn't gain less than 4 health anyway, so you're back to full health if you drink it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeet.
I guess Daryl, make sure you've taken that out of your inventory.
Yeah, I took it out.
Cool. Let me just find the.
Yo, Joseph's taking forever. I punched
Yeah,
the no.
Dude.
No. I'm not punching the orc, okay? Unless I get a 20.
They'll just kick your ass. He has a 19 armor class. He would kick your ass.
He would kick my ass, but we're on the same team.
He's a pretty angry guy.
But
sorry.
we're on the same team.
Oh, I'm looking at the
he's
wrong
angry
book.
with
That's why I'm
us.
having trouble finding this. Because I was looking in the wrong book.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Roll what? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna fuck with this orc, dude. His name is... What is it? Krusk the Ravager. I don't want to fuck with anybody named Krusk the Ravager.
He's a little beefy, that guy.
Imagine meeting someone in real life named Krusk the Ravager.
Alright, so as you guys are walking along, you're kind of hidden along the path. There's these bushes and stuff to the side and trees, whatever. You're just walking kind
Is
of
there any
parallel
food
to
in the
path,
bushes?
quietly. Well, okay, let me... Give me a second. As you guys are walking, you guys notice some bandits up ahead. About 3 of them just crouched in the bushes as well, but they seem to have not noticed you. They're about 30, now let's say 40 feet out from you guys, and they have not seen you
How far
guys
is
at all.
that? I'm really bad.
So movement is 30 feet. Like a lot of spells are probably 60 feet. Ranged weapons are between like 80 and 320, or like 80 to 320 feet for a crossbow. So you're not in range to melee attack, but
Could
you're
I throw
probably
my
in range
dagger?
for spells. You could throw your dagger. It'll be at long range. I think there's a disadvantage to that,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
How many?
I mean, what's the worst that
band-
can happen, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. You're
Like,
less
as
likely
opposed
hit.
to... Oh, actually, could we try and sneak up on them?
Yeah, you can try and move closer. Make
Right.
another stealth check, all you guys.
Wait, what's the? How many
Or
bandits?
whoever
are
wants to go up. Sorry, there's only 3 of them that you can tell.
there? 3? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's. Wait, no.
So
Yeah,
anybody who wants
okay.
to sneak up should make a stealth check.
Ashen, I think we should sneak up.
You're right.
Or just
Alright.
grunts again.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's a
D20, right?
20.
Yeah, D20 and then.
Should I just roll 2 or should I roll like 1 at a
Yeah,
time?
you could. Maybe as long as you know which one is going to be like whose.
Okay.
So you should probably do 1 at a time.
Alright.
So stealth and what?
Just a stealth roll, but if you have
Alright,
proficiency, you add +2, and if you, regardless, you add your dexterity
No,
modifier.
actually garbage. I got a 2 plus 2, so 4.
And actually, Arca, you have double proficiency with stealth, so you add +4 for stealth and +3 for dexterity. So you add 7 actually total.
So that's 20.
Wow.
Cool. Good.
The orc got 15 plus 1, so 16.
All right. So as you guys are creeping up, how close do you guys want to get? Because they're 40 feet out when you start. You guys can move kind of however far up you want, pretty, or how far do you want to try to move?
I say like the closest bush as possible.
Okay, cool. So that's
How
probably
far
about
is the
10 feet
closest
out.
bush? Oh, okay.
I think about 10 feet out, but without being just like right in front of them and noticing you guys. So you guys are creeping up. The orc and Arca are just like getting nice and close, unnoticed, and then Daryl just steps on a large branch and there's a crack, and you see the bandit
Wow.
heads up for a second.
I throw my
And they
dagger
call out.
immediately.
All right, cool. Make an attack roll at disadvantage. So you roll 2 of them, 2 d20, and you use the lower one.
Okay.
You also have a short, or that's not Arca. Who are you? You have a dagger. All right, cool.
What the fuck is wrong with me? I got a 5 and a 2. So 2.
So you throw the dagger, and it just kind of lands in the dirt near the bandits. So
Wow.
they've seen you. They still haven't seen Arca and the orc. But so now we roll initiative.
Hey guys, I was just trying to get your attention. I'm actually a bard. I have my horn here with me. I can play a song. Anybody interested?
Oh, that's a good.
Anybody?
Make a,
Distraction.
make a persuasion check.
Okay.
D20. D20.
I got 16. Plus my charisma and my persuasion, right? So 22.
All right. So they're not interested in hearing a song, but they do offer to just take all your money instead of killing you and leaving your corpses in a ditch.
All of us, but they've only seen me.
Yeah. Well, okay. They only see you, so that's true. So they offer to just take your money instead.
This
You can do what you wish with that. So you know your allies are stealth, and you're all pretty close. There's not an initiative roll yet.
Can I whisper to Arca?
Cannot whisper to me. I don't think you have anything to let you do that.
All right.
Wait. Okay.
You do have you can use like a spell to start the fight, basically. I think, or maybe not. I'd have to think about that.
You know what?
Let's
I
just
mean,
say you can't whisper, and if you want to start a fight, initiative will just kind of pop.
Have
you
they seen me
guys.
yet?
They
haven't seen the orc or Ashen Voltus.
Okay, I whisper at
The orc.
the.
Crust.
Um,
Crust.
Krusk the Ravager.
Oh, I forgot what's Daryl's name.
Daryl is.
Pussaith Masterus.
Pussaith. I wave signals at Pussaith,
You
Tell
what?
him to distract them more, and I'll just do a stealth kill.
He signals to you that he wants you to keep their attention.
Okay.
So you just keep talking to them because
You
you
know
had a
what?
previous
You guys
persuasion
drive a
check.
hard bargain, but let's see who drives it harder. I actually don't have any money right now. The song is still on the table. I mean, I could write one specifically for each of you. You know, all of you fine
Okay.
gentlemen
I appreciate
and
it.
or
Okay,
ladies.
hold on. So, right now, the scene is as follows. There's the one bandit standing in the middle asking you questions. There's the one in the bushes on the right, and there's one on the opposite side of the path on the left. The orc and Michael are both pretty much right in front of the bandit on the right. He has not noticed them still. And you guys are about 20 feet, or 10... Michael and the orc are about 10 feet from the one on the path and 20 feet from the other one. And, Daryl, you're about 20 feet from any of them right now.
Where's my dagger?
Okay.
It's in the dirt near the bandit on the right.
How far
So
is
that-
that?
So one of the
That's
bandits.
still 20 feet out.
Okay.
You do have your rapier. Sorry, what'd you say, Arca?
The bandit is talking to.
Yeah,
Simon, right?
he's conversing with Daryl.
Dude,
You can
try to
say
make-
it.
Huh?
I'm
What about the other
Pussaith
two?
Masterus.
The other two, so there's one standing in the middle talking, there's one on the left just watching, and the one on the right just watching. They're just kind of both, they're all attentive to Daryl, who's keeping their attention pretty well. with
Dude,
his
I'm
high charisma.
Pussaith.
Say it.
SMH, man.
Say
Killing.
it, I apologize. I'll use the correct. So basically, Ashen, you're standing right under the bandit, unseen. So what do you want to do?
Oh, he said, "Hold on."
Yeah, I think we can
Okay.
start things, because
the
you're
plan-
still sneaking up on them.
My plan is to tell Orc, or what's his name?
His name is Krusk, I think, but you're a bit too close to whisper without alerting the
Okay.
bandit to this point. So you're kind of
How-
just
What's his intelligence like?
6. He's not the brightest
Oh,
of the
shoot.
bunch.
Oh, man. Okay.
What do you want to tell him? What are you
My
trying
plan
to?
was to give him hand signals to take the other guy on the right, and I take the guy on the left.
So you
and-
guys are both on the right side of the path right now. You're kind of tucked together, right in front of the bandit on the right,
Okay.
or right behind him, perhaps. I mean, he's standing out from the bushes now. They're all kind of on the path to some degree. You want to try and to tell him that? Let me see if that's possible.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Arca, you can try and make a persuasion check at disadvantage if you like.
Okay. So D20.
Yeah, D20. You roll 2 of them though, and you pick the lowest one.
I got 15.
And what's the second one?
13.
Yeah. So Krusk is watching you intently, but clearly is just not following what you're trying to tell him. But he
Krusk
seems ready for
rushes
a
in.
fight. He's been holding his. Yeah. Are you? Yeah. All right, Daryl.
What
so you rush-
weapon does he have?
He has a long sword and a
he
shield.
swings his long sword into the shoulder of the bandit he's closest to.
Okay. Okay. Make an attack roll. The bandits have now noticed the party, in its entirety, but they are surprised by the sneaking orc
Okay,
and the rogue.
I roll a
So make an attack roll.
D8, or what do I roll?
D20 to attack. You still have to
Okay.
see if you hit.
Okay,
So it's a D20, but
17.
it's plus 5.
17 plus 5.
Wow. Yeah. So you hit. Roll for damage on the D8.
4.
Cool. Hold on one sec.
Is that plus 5?
No. That's just to see. Like that's plus 5 to
Oh, okay,
hit,
oh,
not to
right, okay,
damage.
right.
Yeah. How much did you sorry?
4.
4? Cool. Let me just write it down. Okay. The longsword sticks into his shoulder heavily, but doesn't appear to cause too much of a dramatic wound, and Krusk pulls the blade back out. Roll for initiative, everybody. So, D20 again, and basically it's going to tell me what you got.
So 2 D20s or just one?
Just one D20.
Okay, 13.
Okay, Pussaith gets 9. and Krusk gets also 9.
So, okay. Hold. I should have a notepad. Just give me 1 second. Be right back.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, this is where we discuss what went wrong.
You rolled the bad dice.
I rolled the bad dice. I don't know, man. Krusk rushed in there. I was like, you know.
Well, it's his fault because his intelligence is so low.
Wait, what? Holy shit, he has a 6. What the?
Yeah, man. I was like,
Well, dude, too bad Joseph's rolling is garbage. Am I correct?
Well,
having a hope.
Dude, this guy has an intelligence of 6, Joseph.
yeah, he's not the brightest. He's strong though, and he's tough. Alright,
what you got for us?
So, Ark, you got 13 or something, right?
Yes, yeah.
Actually, and add your initiative bonus to that,
Initiative.
which is at the top in the middle.
Maybe.
At the top, in the middle of your character sheet, there's armor class, initiative, and speed.
Oh, +3.
Yeah, so you got 16. And Daryl, both you guys got
9.
9 plus what?
Pussaith is +2 and Krusk is +1.
So the bandit on the far side goes first, and then followed by what's Ashen Voltus, and then Pussaith, and then Krusk, and then the bandit you've already hit with a sword, and the bandit in the middle got a 1, so he's a little slow. So I'm gonna. So
if he gets a 1, does that mean he fails?
No, he's
Okay.
definitely last. The bandit on the left runs over towards Daryl and makes an attack.
I block with my rapier?
That's not how this
You
works.
can't block with the rapier.
I dodge using my acrobatics.
Ooh.
I do a backflip and land on my feet.
Fuck. That's
Dude.
crazy, haha. 15. So that's against your armor class, Daryl.
13.
Okay, so that hits. And then I roll for damage.
Oh wait, where's my acrobatics? Dude, why am I proficient in this shit if it's not useful?
He deals 4 damage to you
Oh my fucking god.
with a scimitar across the chest.
Oh my fucking god.
You need to have a book.
Are you kidding me, man? I was gonna write you a song.
Alright, Arca, you're up.
Yeah.
So you're right in front of the already injured guy. Actually, the
B? Yes, hello.
I'm trying to think, sorry, because like you guys you surprised some of them.
Isn't the one on the
You
far
know what?
left
Maybe
surprised?
they don't. Sorry.
Wouldn't the one on the far left have been surprised?
Yeah, I think maybe they're all surprised just because you guys jumped out of the bushes. So you know what? Scratch that. You didn't take any damage.
Well, thank God.
So basically, none of them are gonna go because they're all surprised. So Arca, you're up. You gotta, and actually, so you make an attack. You probably get a sneak attack because you have advantage on the roll. So
Okay.
roll a d20. Actually, roll 2d20 and pick the higher one. Are you using your rapier or the dagger? Sorry.
I like to use my daggers.
All right, sure. So roll 2 d20. Actually, sorry, roll 2 d20 for each.
Okay, so
So do it once and tell me what the highest result was.
3.
Okay. And then for the other one,
14.
14. And that's plus 5. Or actually, that one's not plus anything. 14.
Oh my God.
What is that?
That does hit. So roll for damage. It's 1d4 and 1d6 because of a sneak attack, or because of sneak attack.
Okay. 1d4. 4.
Cool. And then the
Yeah.
d6.
6.
Cool. You jump up and just plunge your dagger straight into you miss with the first strike, but you plunge the second dagger into the bandit's throat. He stands for a moment and gurgles, and then falls to his knees and slumps off to the side. It is now Pussaith's turn.
Wait, okay.
If I pick up my dagger, just like...
You could walk over and pick it up, but you have to walk over to it. You do have that one spell, right? The Vicious Mockery.
Alright. Oh yeah, I can use that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so it doesn't cost any spell slots. Let me just.
Is it an off move or is it a move?
That's probably an action. So in your turn you get a movement, an action, and a bonus action if you can. So that's probably an action. Let me just take a look for you real quick.
So I'm in the middle right now, right?
Yeah, you're standing like, Krusk and Krusk and Ashen are standing in the bushes. You're kind of just outside the bushes, about 20 feet from the, all the bandits remaining.
Okay.
But you're on the road. So you're close enough that you could walk up and pick up your dagger, but you wouldn't be able to attack after that, because you'd be too far to then move and attack. But you are in range to use Vicious Mockery.
Can I walk over behind Krusk?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Does that protect me at all?
They might attack him instead of you, but it's not guaranteed. Vicious Mockery is a one action ability.
Wait, I get to move and then I have an action, right? Or
yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can I move behind Krusk and then use maybe slash the guy who has a longsword in his, or I mean a longsword gash in his.
That one's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Arca jumped up and just killed the guy.
Oh, I thought they were. Oh.
There's three of them. Krusk attacked the one that they're Arca and Krusk were sneaking beside,
okay.
and then Ashen Voltus finished the job, right?
Okay.
So there's the one in the middle of the road and one off to the left near the bushes.
So
right now,
I like to use Vicious Mockery on the one on the road.
Sure. You can just train themselves. So if Sarkin can hear you, it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. Okay. So let me give me one sec. He got a natural 20, so no effect. Krusk's turn.
Krusk takes his longsword and he charges into the guy in the middle of the road and tries to put his sword through the person's stomach.
Alright, cool. Roll for an attack. D20 plus should be 5.
Okay. 14. So
that
19.
hits.
Sorry, 19. Like.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That hits. Roll for damage. 1d8.
3.
Cool. So as he charges up, he lunges, but the bandit dodges slightly to the side, and the blade slashes against his side, but not impaling him fully. He seems to still be pretty healthy. That's that turn. So now it's back to the top of the initiative order. The bandit on the left now goes first. He charges over to Krusk and attacks. He slashes at him. He misses. It is now Ashen's turn.
Okay.
He got a 1, by the way. Or no, I got a 3, but still pretty bad.
Who's left?
So there's the bandit that Krusk has just attacked in the middle of the road, and there's there's another bandit that was on the left side of the road that is now right beside Krusk, and has just missed an attack.
Okay.
Sorry, Daryl, you have Bardic Inspiration you want to use. You have 4 uses, right? You can give one ally a 1d6.
Oh, can I do that at any point?
Because it's a bonus action on your turn, so I forgot to mention to you, but you can use it now as if it was your turn still.
Okay, I'd like to give my Bardic Inspiration to Ashen.
Cool. And it's actually 2d6 as you were playing on the harpsichord earlier. So,
nice.
Arca, in your inspiration dice, inspiration at the top left, right below your name, just put 2.
Okay.
So, basically, you can use one of those to add 1d6 to an attack roll or something, if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm down.
So, what do you want to do right now? You're trying to attack the bandit in the middle of the road?
I'll attack the one that...
Oh wait, sorry. Does Inspiration Dice add to your damage?
No, it adds to, I think it's either an ability check or a attack roll. Let me just make sure. Inspiration, blah, blah, blah. You can use it on an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. So not damage, but like a lot of other things.
Alright, true.
So Arca, what's your plan?
What's the second guy? Like, the second bandit? Forgot
There's
his
the one
name.
bandit that's just been slashed against by Krusk, and there's the other one just fully healthy standing there, who just missed his attack.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the guy that missed his attack.
Okay. So you walk up, make an attack with your rapier, I imagine.
I'll use the short bow.
Sure. Okay, so you're. I think it takes an action to switch weapons.
Okay.
So you would have to use your actually daggers in this case since you had them equipped from last round.
Okay.
But
I'll go with the rapier.
I think you have to use the daggers now that I think about it. 'Cause
Okay.
I should have mentioned that before. So you can run up and attack him with that. It's not a bad way to do it, anyways. So roll 2d20. Actually, roll 1d20 and add 5, and then roll another d20 after that, and count both. Like make sure you know both are.
17.
Cool.
22?
Yep.
30, 22, oh shoot.
No, so 22, and then the other one just like you don't add
42?
them together. Just make sure you know both of them.
Got a
So, like,
42?
Wait, so did you get 20 on the other one?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So for the
It's
actually,
42.
so roll 3d4.
3d4.
Yeah.
7.
Total.
Yes.
Cool. You just slash brutally at the guy as he falls past Krusk. He's bleeding heavily. You've managed to make a big gash in his arm and a slash across his face. He's still standing, but is obviously a little bit weary. It's now Pussaith's turn.
Can I hit two people at the same time?
If you have more than one attack, but I don't think you do.
Okay. I'll just go for a neck slash on the person that Krusk hit in the side.
Sure.
So D20, right?
Yep. D20 and add 4.
Got a 4, so 8.
That does not land. It's Krusk's turn. Actually, unless you want to use Bardic Inspiration again on somebody else.
Like a mommy's telling
Can I use it on myself?
No. Use it on Krusk, basically.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So you do that. So, make sure you know you have 2 Bardic Inspiration left. I'll write it down too. And Krusk has 2 and Arca has 2.
Where does
It's
that
now-
go?
It's at the... like when they're expended, there's not really a spot on the character sheet for it. You could probably write it beside Bardic Inspiration, so you could put like 2/4, showing you have 2 left. And then...
Alright, so Krusk goes.
Yeah, Krusk's turn. So he's attacking the bandit that he previously stabbed or slashed, like the
He
side.
got a 1.
He got a 1. So that's that's pretty bad. So as he swings, this big brutal swing against the raider, the bandit, he misses and actually throws his sword about 15 feet to the left of him. So he's currently unarmed. It is now the bandit who used to try to attack's turn. He's gonna attack Krusk. Actually, he's gonna attack you.
He's gonna go for the Pussaith.
He hits because it's a 19 plus like 3 or something. And then I roll... How much damage? I should know this by now. Do.
Nice, nice.
D6 plus 1. He has 2 damage to you.
Wow, okay.
Let me just... Cool. Back to the top of the order, so the other bandit who Arca just brutalized goes to attack Arca in a kind of revenge thing. I'm going to roll the attack for that. He hits. I roll 1d6 plus 1. Does 5 damage to Arca. Or to Ashen Voltus.
Hands on 2.
Yeah, he's Ark is starting to falter, but is currently still standing. It's now your turn, Ashen.
Okay.
If you want to finish off that guy you just attacked, he's pretty low. You can just tell by the fact that he's pouring blood and slashing a little bit more lethargically than he was.
I use my daggers again.
Yeah. So roll 1d20.
Yep.
What was that?
10,
Hits, and then roll another one.
13, 23.
You don't add them together.
Oh, no. Okay.
No worries though. The second one missed. The first one hits. So roll 1d4.
3.
3. All right. He's just bleeding profusely at this point, but he's still standing barely, resting almost on his sword. Just pouring blood from the chest and such. It's now Pussaith's turn.
I want to finish off the person that Krusk and I both missed with my rapier.
All right. Roll the hit.
14.
Okay. Roll damage.
That's 8,
1d4 or 1d8. Sorry, yeah. I don't even know why I said yes.
right? 1d8. 8.
You got an 8.
Yeah. I wanna
so
jump up into the air and I wanna like slice the guy's neck off as I'm coming down, and I want it to fly into the air, and I catch it with my other hand, and I land on my 2 feet, and there it is.
A rapier. Oh, you could do the rapier. All right, you do that.
Yeet. I mean, Yeetith.
Well, all right. It's Krusk's turn. There's only the one heavily damaged bandit remaining.
Can Krusk punch the guy?
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
D20, right?
Yep, and then you add your strength.
Okay, 19.
All right. You don't even need to roll damage. Krusk grabs
the guy and he smashes his head open with his fists.
Yeah, just boom, boom, boom until the guy's head is just a pulp against the back of Krusk's hand, and he leaves drops the body to the ground and shakes off his fists. You guys killed those guys. Add 75 experience to all of your character sheets.
All right.
Does my health replenish or no?
No. So the way to do that are drink a potion.
Wait,
use
how
a
much
healing
damage
spell.
has Krusk taken? Has he taken?
Krusk has taken 0. The only person taking
Okay.
any damage is you with 2 damage and Arca with 5 damage. He's down to 2 health.
Okay.
So what you guys can do to heal is take a short rest. Basically, it's a couple of hours. You sit off somewhere. You can eat, read, talk, whatever. And then you can expend any amount of hit dice you want. So for Ashen Voltus, that's 1d8. Same for Pussaith. Krusk could do 1d10, but he doesn't need to heal at all. You get that amount of health back, and then you don't have that dice anymore. So basically, either you guys can drink, you can drink a potion right now, or you can take a rest. I would recommend taking a rest because if you can replenish your hit dice by taking a long rest later. Taking a short rest now will let Ashen heal up, and then let you guys continue on your mission.
Okay.
You guys can try and scavenge the bodies first if you want.
I'd like to do that.
Cool. Make an investigation check.
Yes. Okay. 20, right?
D20, yeah.
5. Oh. And plus the skill, right?
Yeah. You have double proficiency in investigation, so it's +4 for that, and then +2 for your intelligence, so you get an 11.
Oh.
It could have been worse, honestly. You guys find about 15 gold pieces among the bodies, as well as a cool little gem on the one that was standing in the middle of the road. Just marked down that it was like a small black prism. Put that in your treasure, if you don't mind.
Who puts?
Arca, because he was on search of bodies.
So 15 you said, right?
Yeah, 15 gold. You could probably disperse that among the party or give it to yourself.
I like to disperse it.
Okay,
Hey.
so you should get 5.
5
and
each.
then- Yep.
Yeah.
And then put in the treasure thing at the bottom of the second page, Arca, that you have a small black prism.
Got it.
Cool. All right. You guys want to take that rest, or
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
cool?
okay.
So you guys find a quiet spot off to the side of the road where you're kind of concealed. You have some food and
I take a piss in the
Some water.
trees because I need to go to the washroom. Be right back.
nice. All right. So, Michael, what you can do right now is you can you have, like you have the hit dice thing in the middle of the first page.
The hit dice.
It's
Yes.
just above your or your attack. Sorry. So there should be put 1 in the total for now,
Okay. Got it.
and basically you can use that to heal. So you basically roll 1d8 and you add that minus plus your constitution.
That's
to your
minus
health.
1. So
Yeah, so it's a negative thing, unfortunately.
5.
5 is that with the minus?
Yes.
You get back to full health though, so you're back up
Ooh.
to 7 health points. Just mark down now that in the total thing that you have 0 hit dice. Total 0.
Oh, okay.
Cool. And we'll just wait for Daryl to get back. So you guys kind of just talk, and you're on watch or whatever.
I hope. What's his name? The orc with his intelligence.
I mean, you could try. You could try.
Do I roll a d20?
Yeah, just roll a d20 for me.
Okay, so I come back from taking a piss in the trees, and I found some gold that the bandits were keeping stashed away.
I don't
Got a
think so.
20.
Did you get a natural 20, Arca?
Yes, that's right. Natural 20.
So you try and talk to Krusk, and just help him be smarter, but he just doesn't have the mental capacity to do so. So he kind of just grunts at you and continues eating.
Oh man.
Yeah, sorry. Some things just can't be changed no matter how good of a roll. So you guys can talk if you want, do whatever. Arca's already healed. I would recommend not healing right now, Daryl, just because you only lost 2 health, although that is not insignificant, so it's kind of up to your discretion. I don't know, man.
I think I'm pretty great, I'll just...
Alright, cool. What a good guy. Let me just check one thing. You guys talk amongst yourselves or something.
So I pull out this piece of parchment that has a song I've been working on, and I say to myself, that bandit could have had a song. It could have been this song.
Does a tear roll down your face?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Perfect. You know what? You can have an inspiration die. So put 1 in inspiration.
Yeet. Thanks, man.
Okay. You guys can. So you finish your rest. You've eaten and relaxed for a bit, and you decide it's probably time to get back onto your adventure. The sun is starting to set. You still have some fair bit of time before nightfall, but you're not sure you'll make it to the camp before nightfall. Do you guys want to travel at a slow pace, medium pace, or fast pace?
Your call.
Well, if we can't make it there, even if we went at a fast pace, or can we make it there if we go at fast?
You might be able to arrive at the camp just before, or by the time it's getting really dark. If
Does
you
it matter?
really rush.
What happens if it's nighttime?
At some point, if you guys don't sleep, you get exhausted. If you approach at night, you'll have a better chance of being stealthy, but so will enemies. Doesn't necessarily make a huge difference. Could change encounters along the way, but realistically, maybe not a huge problem.
Okay. I'm down to just take it slow.
All right, you guys are good on that.
Are we gonna be facing more bandits?
You will be most likely. You are approaching a bandit camp at some point, so.
So what's the speeds? Yeah. So slow.
Slow.
They're slow, which is I think 18 miles a day. There's normal, which is 24 miles a day, and there's fast, which is 30 miles a day. If you're slow, you can stealth while you move. If you're normal pace, there's nothing. If you're fast, you have a negative. You have a penalty to perception checks.
Ooh.
Alright. You want to slow and stealth?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. All right, so roll for stealth. I forgot to mention, Krusk does have a disadvantage on stealth because he's wearing pretty heavy armor. So roll 2 dice for him and pick the lowest dice.
Okay. Stealth is D20.
D20, yep. And then if you have proficiency, you can use that, and you add your dexterity to it.
Okay, I got 6 plus 2 on Pussaith.
Okay.
I got 9 plus 1 on Krusk.
Is that with disadvantage? You roll twice.
Yeah.
To pick the lower one. Okay, cool. Arco, what about you?
I got 11.
Okay, and you add actually like 7 because you have proficiency in
Yeah.
stealth and expertise. And is that like it's 11 like plus that stuff, or is that including that stuff?
Just 11. Everything, that's all together.
Okay, cool. Again, despite Daryl like not being particularly stealthy, and actually you guys are all a little bit clunky right now, you do manage to kind of just sneak along the trail again. You find your groove. So let me look at one thing. Let me look at the importance of sleep.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna gamble.
Whoa. Play a song.
So I decide to bet with Krusk that if I can eat this coin in my hand, then and I'll be okay. Then he has to give me 5 gold.
All right. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 20.
Perfect. And then make
No,
a...
sorry. I meant like D20, right?
Yeah, D20.
Okay,
Yes,
13,
yes. Sorry.
and then plus 6, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Let me
19.
just- Yeah. So that's
wait. And so, the coin is actually prestidigitation.
Ooh.
Okay, you didn't tell me that until like, or you can tell me that. You told me that when you did it, but that's fine. He accepts because he can't believe you'd even try with your pathetic half-elf body. He says.
Okay.
So go ahead and eat that coin, I guess.
Alright, good thing it's fake.
Yeah. All right. Did you mean if you were fine like right away, or if you're fine like later?
Not. Wait, what do you mean?
Did you expect him to pay you like right now because you ate the coin, or like?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess later because we'll just see what the
Alright.
effects are.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll leave that as it may.
So I
you'll
say to
probably
Krusk,
be
well,
fine.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty alright, you know, it looks like you're gonna have to pay up sooner
Yeah.
or later.
He grunts at you and kind of nudges you out of the way as he continues walking. But you feel like he'll probably pay up the
Yeet.
what he owes you. Let me just find out about exhaustion if I can.
So as we're walking along, I pull out my horn, start playing this piece I've been working on, you know. I'm thinking about calling it Ashen.
Oh, snap. Play it for me.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, man.
Thanks. Thanks, Ashen. Yeah, it sounds like that actually.
Cool. Good.
Jazz. Nice jazz.
So you're walking along and it's getting late into the night. You can't tell exactly what time it is, but you think it's been a few hours since nightfall, and you guys are getting kind of tired, but you feel like you might be close to the bandit camp. So you guys can push on, or you can take probably a long rest, maybe a short rest. You can just take a short rest if you guys like.
I'm not gonna take a short rest.
Yep.
Okay.
I can work
cool.
on
So
my
you guys
song.
You guys just settle in, or Daryl's playing his songs and everything.
Exactly.
Yada yada.
See, Ashen
all
loves
you guys make a perception check.
Alright.
Okay, so D20.
Yeah.
Plus the perception, right? So plus 4. 19.
Yeah. 19. All right.
Pussaith
Anybody
got
else?
5.
Uh-huh. Oh, your rolls suck for you, huh?
Krusk got 1.
Oh, he even sucks
Damn.
more. So Krusk is kind of laughing hardly. He's actually enjoying himself, and Daryl's playing some music. And you see Ashen tense up, and shush you guys. And you guys all go quiet for a moment. You hear some rustling out in the
Krusk goes, "Why we whisper?"
out in the sides there. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is
You better be fucking sick.
it's always like a little bit annoying to find things.
Can I use one of my skills? Or what is this? Dark vision?
Yeah. I think you guys probably lit a campfire or something, so I wouldn't worry about. You don't have an issue with that right now. You guys notice, or Arca notices, there's some rustling in the bushes, and this one kind of mangy-looking wolf starts creeping out of the bushes towards you guys. He's obviously not eaten in a long time and is getting desperate, but he manages to creep up behind Pussaith and Krusk, although they've now kind of learned to his presence. Everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
So that's a D20 plus initiative.
Pussaith gets 10.
4.
Krusk gets 1.
Wow.
Sucks.
Okay, Pussaith goes first. What weapon do you have drawn for change?
Rapier.
Alright, cool. So what do you want to do? There's just the one wolf that you guys can tell, and he's kind of just creeped up on you guys.
I want to poke it in the eye with my rapier.
Alright, make a roll to attack. D20.
Got a 7.
That does not hit. Arca, could you roll a D6 for me? Just real quick. It doesn't really matter what you get.
1d6.
Yeah, just tell me what you get.
5.
Okay, so you're up next.
Hey. I'll use a rapier as well.
Sure. So you gotta move up about 10 feet, but that doesn't really matter, so you kind of walk up and make a strike with your weapon. So make an attack roll, D20.
5.
Plus... Okay, and then plus
so
5.
10.
Yeah, but it's still misses, unfortunately. The wolf makes an attack.
Please not me, please not me.
He tries to grab Krusk by the shoulder with his jaws. He just clamps down, but scrapes his teeth along, chainmailless. Krusk throws him off. There's no damage inflicted. It's now Krusk's turn, and he's mad.
Krusk uses orc rage to bash the wolf's head in
He's using his weapon, or is he
with
just gonna
the
punch
hilt of his longsword.
All right, cool. Just roll to attack.
5.
That's miss as well. All right, it's back to top of the order. Daryl, you're up again, or Pussaith. I apologize.
Alright. 6.
That's a miss. Ashen, you're next.
9.
Probably want just 9. Is that plus your?
Oh, so 14.
All right, that's a hit. Roll 1d4 for. You're using a rapier, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 1d8 for damage.
3.
Cool. The wolf now makes a lunge for the bard.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Daryl.
He hits.
Say it.
And he does 4 damage. 4 piercing damage.
What is piercing versus slashing?
If you have resistance to some damage, some characters, so like
Okay.
it doesn't really matter most of the time, but like skeletons, for example, are weak against bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Just as a factoid. All right, it's now Krusk's turn. The wolf has now turned his back to Krusk as the wolf bites Pussaith's leg.
Alright.
Yeah.
Krusk wants to chop its hind legs off.
All right, cool. Roll to attack.
I got a 1.
Krusk makes an enormous swing and manages to just throw himself off balance and fall into the dirt. He's missing entirely.
Yeah.
He's currently prone.
Amazing.
Pussaith, you can go.
10.
You're attacking.
Yeah.
Is that with your plus
Oh.
4 or no?
No. Not with my plus 4.
Okay, so that hits. Roll 1d8 for damage.
8.
Wow. You plunge your sword down through the back of the wolf's skull, and its bite lessens entirely, just loses grip on your leg, and you pull the blade out and it falls to the ground. So that's that. You guys each get 50 experience.
Oh. Nice.
Yeet.
Let me clear up space.
Alright.
You guys can go back to resting if you want. The imminent threat seems to have passed.
Can I investigate the wolf?
Sure. Sure, make an investigation roll.
Okay, so D20.
Yep.
2.
2.
Plus
Plus
6.
Yeah, 6. You can just tell it was a wolf, maybe diseased or something. Not much else going on. You could try and skin it or something if you'd like its pelts. Otherwise, no interesting
Maybe
features.
diseased?
Okay, I
He
would like to get
wasn't
some
very healthy. Clearly, you just can't tell exactly why.
Could I be diseased?
Make a medicine check.
Is that, what is that? D20?
Wisdom, yeah, D20.
Okay. 9. Plus 4, right?
Yeah. You kind of check out the wound, you check out the wolf's mouth and everything. You don't think it had anything contagious that it would spread with a bite, but it's probably worth keeping an eye on just to be safe. But to your knowledge, you're probably not infected with anything. Nothing deadly, anyways.
So if I take a rest,
You can spend your 1 hit die, and it'll heal you for the amount you roll.
okay.
So yeah, you guys just go back to resting and
Can I
like.
get the fur?
Yeah, if you want to try and skin that, make a sleight of hand check.
Which one?
Sleight of hand. It's a dexterity check. I think you may have.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay,
So just go ahead and roll d20. Yep.
Okay. 4 and dexterity.
Yeah. Sorry, sleight of hand and dexterity.
Oh. So isn't that +2, right? It's
Yeah, plus
sleight
2
of hand.
for proficiency, and then plus 3 for your dexterity, so plus 5 total.
5, 7.
7. You managed to cut off some scraps of hide, but you couldn't get a clean cut on the pelt. It seems to be kind of sickly enough that the pelt was kind of stuck to the bones almost. That's what I felt like. There's so little muscle mass remaining. You can just put down that you have some hide scraps in your inventory, in your treasure. So Daryl, you probably want to expend that hit die, so roll 1d8, and then just you get that much health back. Or 1d8 plus your constitution, which is no bonus, so.
Okay, I got an 8.
Alright, so you're back to full health.
Yet.
Unless you guys want to do anything else, may as well move on from your rest and...
How close are we to the bandit?
Wait, so what happens if I lose my hit dice? Like, do I...
You just don't have it again to heal yourself with next time you short rest. When you take a long rest, you can get some of them back.
Okay.
But basically, right now you're down to healing by your healing word or your health potions.
So do I remove the hit dice?
Yeah, so from the total, put 0.
Oh, like so 0d8.
So actually, there's a little like tiny total box. I put 0 in there, and then like slap your hit dice
Oh,
1d8,
okay.
but put 0 in the box above.
Okay.
That's why I'm clarifying it. Okay, so if you guys are ready, move along, I suppose.
How close are we to the bandit?
You can't. You can make a perception check.
Okay. 18 plus 22.
All right, so you're beginning to see signs of humans passing through. You can see footprints on the road nearby, and you can almost faintly see some lights on the horizon. So you're probably only an hour or so away, unless the path gets much harder.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys can do whatever you want. If you want to start heading out again, and
I'm ready to
Good
start
enough.
heading
I'm down.
all right. What travel place do you guys want to do?
in. Slow
Yeah.
and sneaky.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Make a stealth roll. Disadvantage for Krusk.
Pussaith gets 14.
8.
Okay.
Krusk gets 2 16s.
Wow.
Well, all right. So you guys just kind of start off on the path again. About an hour, about 2 hours later, you see there's a camp obviously up ahead. You can see there's a main gate with no no door or portcullis or anything. It's just an open thing with a wooden wall kind of around it. No sentries to note for whatever reason that you can see, and some lights around the camp, but not too much activity at this time of night, it seems.
Can we sneak in through the front door?
Wait.
Sure.
Oh wait. It's dark, right?
Yes, it is. It's kind of middle of the night now.
Can I use dark vision?
Yeah, so your dark vision's always active. Basically, you can just see better in dim lighting than other characters.
So what do I see?
Make a perception check.
5. 9.
You just kind of look at the camp. It's just the walls and the entrance. There's some tents inside with a larger one near the back. Some lights around. You don't seem to see much movement or hear much noise. That's all you can really tell at the moment.
Damn. Alright.
You guys are being kind of sneaky right now. So you guys want to try and sneak on, and you can try to do that.
Alright. I'm thinking that it is less than likely that this camp would not be trapped.
Cool.
So, I mean, can I do an insight check?
Let me see what the check is for looking for traps.
I'm just thinking intuitively that a camp that looks like this would
I
not
mean,
have
that's
traps.
something you can just kind of logically think yourself. If you want to look for traps specifically, you can do that. If you want to just kind of observe that there's probably traps, then you
Alright.
can also do that.
Okay. I'd like to check for traps.
Alright, let's see. Alright, make an investigation check.
Mm. 10.
10. From what you can see, there's no traps or anything. They probably weren't expecting to be attacked this far out into the woods.
Okay. So Ashen, do you want to sneak in through the front?
Sure.
Alright.
So, there's kind of a scattering of tents just around the camp. There's a larger one near the back, but you can't tell what the exact best route to get there is. It's a fairly large camp, actually. Not nearly the size of the town you were in, but sizable enough to be a real threat if you guys get caught. So you guys want to just, like, head on? Want to look at investigate anything else? Want to head off towards the back of the camp?
Do we want to leave Krusk at the front since he's bad at sneaking, and then Ashen, you and I can split up, go tent to tent, you know, slit some throats.
Sure.
All right. I think that's the plan for the team.
Ballsy. All right. Okay, so from what you guys can tell, there's maybe 10 tents just kind of in the immediate area heading towards the back. There's the one large, it's actually more of a wooden setup building in the back, but all the tents on the way. Not very large, not very well constructed, but enough to keep out the wind and the rain, it seems.
Okay, so the big one is kind of at the back in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So we can kind of like circle around and meet up over there.
Yeah, you guys could do that. You probably want to communicate that before you split up, otherwise it might be hard to...
Alright, Ashen. You go that way, I'll go this way. Krusk stays here. Break.
Alright, you guys both make a stealth check.
Okay, so
13.
Okay.
17?
Alright, cool. You guys just sneak around the camp. Every once in a while you hear some stirring in the tents, but it seems to turn into nothing, and you just creep on
no,
by.
wait. I thought we were going tent to tent.
Are you guys trying to kill everybody?
Yeah.
Alright, so you go into... Alright, let's go with Pussaith first. You walk into a tent, there's just one bandit sleeping on a kind of a bedroll at the back.
Is there anything in this tent?
Do an investigation check.
Alright.
With disadvantage because it's dark.
Okay.
Actually, are you do you have dark vision as a half elf?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, so never mind, just regular check.
Okay.
No,
well,
notice it.
I got 6 the first time, but then you told me to roll again, so I got a 20 and a 1, so like, should I roll again?
I think you probably take the 6.
Alright.
So there's nothing really of note around the camp, or around the room. There's armor and such from the bandit, and his weapon is against the wall, some food scraps, but nothing really important that you can tell.
What is this weapon?
It's a scimitar, curved blade. With a
Can I take the
handle.
food?
Yeah, sure, you can scrounge up the food if you like.
Alright.
It's just kind of a couple days of rations.
So
Probably about 1 day of rations.
alright. 6.
I expended about 1 over the travels so far, so kind of replenish that stock.
Alright. If I try to sneak attack him, is it better to use the dagger than the rapier?
I think it really doesn't matter for your character, to be entirely honest.
Can I kind of just press my rapier into his heart, maybe?
You can make an attack roll.
Okay.
Just roll a d20. I'll give you advantage because he's asleep.
Alright.
So roll 2.
18.
Okay. Then 1d8 for damage.
Six.
Okay. You press the blade into the bandit's chest, but you must have missed your mark slightly because he awakens with a grunt and tries to shove you off. Roll initiative real quick.
Alright. 20, right? Or...
Yeah, d20.
Got 3.
Okay. He's gonna try and shove you off. So I think that's an athletics check against your athletics, which is strength and athletics.
Okay.
So give me a second if I can just find the page for bandits again. Alright, so just roll a d20.
15.
Okay, he tries to push you off, but just fails entirely. The blade is still stuck in his chest and pinning him towards the bed. Make an attack roll with advantage since you have a blade currently in his chest.
So 2 8s, right?
No, just, just roll 2
220.
d20 and pick the highest one to see if you hit.
18.
Okay, and then roll to do damage.
6.
Okay, you just push the rapier fully through his chest. It even plunges through the tent at the back, and he lies down and just goes quiet, and you remove the blade. You gain 25 experience.
Okay. Am I able to take the scimitar also?
Yeah, you can pick that up and throw it on your
Yeah.
back or something. Yep.
Alright. So,
So let's go to Arca. He's sneaking around as well. Arca, you want to try and pick off some bandits as well? You want to head into a tent?
Yeah, let's head into a tent.
Alright, cool. So you creep in. There's another bandit. He's slightly larger, but not enough that you think it's really significant. You creep up near him. You're in the tent with him. There's no one else around. What do you want to do?
Can I use my skill sneak attack?
Yeah. So sneak attack basically just when you attack, if they don't see you or you have advantage otherwise, if you hit, you do 1d6 extra damage. So you can go ahead. You can attack with both daggers, and one of the first hit is a sneak attack.
Alright, can I use my daggers then?
Yeah. So roll. You have advantage. So roll 2d20, pick the highest one, and then do that again.
19.
Okay. And then the other
9.
9 is the highest of the two for the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll for damage. So 1d4 and 1d6.
3.
Okay. And then is that
One.
a total?
Oh, 1d4 is 3 and 1d6 is 1.
Okay. No, pencil.
Oh, I'm supposed to add it up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can roll them both at once. It doesn't really matter. I just lost my pencil for a moment, so I apologize. I don't know where I managed to put that.
what?
I
Troll.
was just sitting. I was sitting down. There it is. You plunge the dagger into his chest, and he rises. Just roll initiative for me. So 1d20.
8.
All right.
Oh, 8, so that's 11. Shoot.
Yeah, the bandit goes first. He's not wearing his armor or his weapon or anything right now. He's gonna attempt to shove you as well. So do an athletics check for me.
I don't have an athletic.
Yeah, so just it's d20 roll plus your strength plus athletics if you have it. So for you, it's just d20 plus 1.
18.
Okay, he tries to shove you off, but he doesn't manage because he's at an awkward angle with a dagger in him. It's your turn, so you can roll to attack. Roll 2d20. And just tell me what they both are.
11.
Okay.
18.
Okay, and then roll 2d4 for damage.
2. 3.
3 total.
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of keep stabbing into him, but he's not going down so hard. He's gonna attempt to run away. You can make an attack of opportunity with your reaction. So roll 2d6, or sorry, 2d20. I apologize.
Together or?
Yeah, at the same time. Just tell me what both are.
Okay, so 10.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Both hit. Roll 2d4 at the same time.
Cleared. 2. 7.
Okay. He attempts to scramble away, and as he does, you plunge both daggers into his neck from behind, and he slumps down onto his knees and
Damn.
falls forward on his face as you remove the daggers. You gain 25 experience as well.
Nice.
There's a lot more tents, and you're still a bit off from the back of the camp. What do you guys want to do? Or let's go to Daryl first. What do you want to do?
I exit the tent that I was just in, and I go over to Krusk really quickly. I say, hey, I found this in the tent, and I hand him the rations.
He eats them immediately.
Thought you might want a snack while you're out here waiting.
He gives you an appreciative grunt and pats you on the back.
I'm still fine, by the way, from earlier about that coin. It looks like you're gonna have to pay up.
He also puts 5 gold in your hand and then
Eh.
punches you in the chest lightly.
Oh. Alright, thanks, Chris. See you later, buddy. I head over to the next tent, and I'm inspired because I have money now. I'm feeling good, you know.
Alright, alright.
Is there anything in this tent?
There's a couple of bandits asleep, and
A couple.
yeah, and that's all you can really tell. It is still like pretty dark, and there's not much going on. They don't seem to be the most well-off bandits. Not these ones, anyways.
Alright. I would like to put my rapier through the closest one's neck.
Okay. Roll an attack with advantage to roll 2d20.
Alright. 6.
Wow, that's with advantage, eh?
Yeah. I got 6 and 4.
Yeah. You trip over your feet and you plunge your rapier into the ground beside the bandit, and he wakes up. Roll initiative.
17.
18.
Wow.
The bandit calls out to his ally, who wakes up surprised. He won't be able to do anything this turn, but he is awake now. And this bandit tries to grapple you, so it's an athletics check again. If you want to do your own athletics
20.
check. Really?
Yeah.
Alright, so he tries to grab you by the shoulders, and as he does this, you grab him by the head and you slam him over your knee and into the ground, so he's lying prone, and he takes say like 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
So he fails to grapple you entirely. And
So I rolled a d4, right?
I just rolled and I got a
Okay.
3, and actually I probably should let. Oh well, yeah. I think it depends, like, because I was thinking about that as like a effect of like the things. I guess you
Okay.
could have rolled it because it's kind of like an attack, but it's not quite an attack. It's kind of just like circumstance. So I think
Okay.
I was okay to roll that
Alright,
one. So,
Cool.
but you heard him a bit, so he's down to.
I mean, I got 2, so.
And then you can attack if you'd like.
Alright. So do I roll d20?
Yeah. I'll give you if you're attacking the one lying on the ground. I'll give you advantage since he's lying on the ground.
Okay. I'll attack the one on the ground then.
Cool. So yeah, 2d20. Don't get a 6 this time.
I got 3 and 18.
Okay,
So,
so,
I mean-
roll for damage.
If 3 was the first, or it does say 3 is the first one, so that would have been like,
Yeah. Lol.
So 2d8, right?
1d8.
Oh, okay.
You don't have sneak attack or anything. You're just you're really not quite an assassin character. You're you're more of a magical support attacker
Yeah.
guy. So
Trying to take my role.
yeah, he's just
Yeah.
So
Got a 4.
go ahead and roll. Got 4.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna roll initiative for the surprised bandit. Okay. The bandit lying on the ground goes first. Let me just check one thing. Arca, roll a perception check for me as well.
Okay. Just one. D20.
Yeah, just d20. Plus your perception and your intelligence. Or is that what it is? Or wisdom, sorry. Perception and wisdom.
24.
Okay, so you've just finished killing off the other guy, and you hear some rustling over on the other side of the camp. It sounds like maybe a scuffle. That's all you can really tell right now, but there seems to be a fight breaking out. So do what you will with that information.
Wait, is that me or is that Daryl?
I see you.
That's you
Oh.
heard that. You heard that.
Oh, that was Daryl. Okay. Can I? Are there lights on in the tent?
The lights are still all off. No one else seems to have noticed. The camp doesn't seem to have been alerted yet, but you can tell there's something going on the far side of things.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll for this guy to attack you. I was gonna try and make a swing for your legs, Daryl, and grapple you again. So let's do an athletics check again.
I got a 14.
Okay. He tries to grab your leg, and you kind of just kick him off, so he doesn't do anything. It's your turn to attack if you want to try and kill him again. You have advantage still because he's still lying down.
Alright. I got a 14.
Okay, and then roll for the damage.
1.
Wow. You drive your blade down towards him, but he rolls out of the way, and you manage to just slice along his arm. It's the other one's turn to attack. He's gonna try and shove you. So athletics check for me.
11.
Okay, he managed to push you over. So you're also prone.
Okay.
Where's that there? Cool. It's so. Do you want to do anything, Ashen?
Where's the? Is there like a bed where I can hide under?
Yeah. Make a stealth check
Okay.
with all your proficiencies and everything.
13. Is that plus dexterity?
Plus your it's like 4 from your expertise in stealth and plus 3 from dexterity, so
Okay, so
21 or something, I guess actually. So yeah, you managed to you kind of like hide yourself under the bedroll with the guy on it, and you managed to the guy's dead. Move him to the side, and actually you just pretend to be sleeping in the bedroll as if you were a bandit as well. So let's go back to that fight over there. There's a guy lying prone next to you. He stands up and tries to kick you. He misses. It's your turn to attack, Daryl. So you can stand up to end the prone condition and then attack if you'd like.
Does standing? Oh, okay.
Standing up doesn't do any. It doesn't cost an action. It just costs your movement.
I stand up.
All right.
And I finish off the guy.
Okay.
In the gayest way possible.
damn.
So roll an attack.
4.
All right. You manage to you make a lunge for him, trying to just drive right through his chest, and he sidesteps you and you just miss. The other bandit is standing there. He takes a swing at you. He takes a punch, but you kind of glean it off of your the back of your arm. Doesn't do any damage. The first one then tries to grapple you again. Athletics check for me if you wouldn't mind.
18.
All right. Again, you just kind of shrug the guy off. He can't get a grip on you. He's also starting to bleed pretty heavily. Your turn again.
Can he bleed out? Is that possible?
Not really.
Okay. I think it's pretty amazing that I've gotten like all of the athletics checks and I just can't hit.
That's pretty
anything.
good. They don't have their weapons on them because they were asleep. And their attacks are pretty weak and their armor class is low. So like they're kind of glancing off of you and you're managing just to strike them because they don't have much defenses.
Cool.
So it's a pretty good situation for you to be in.
I'm gonna kill the bleeding guy.
All right. So roll to attack.
9.
Is that plus anything? You get anything with that?
What do you mean?
Like, do you get? Is that including your attack bonus or no?
No. I've never
is
included
that-
my attack bonus.
Oh, you should be including your attack bonus.
Which one's my attack bonus?
It's but when you look at your attacks in the middle kind of box, it says rapier, and it'll say attack bonus plus
Oh, okay.
whatever.
So 13.
Okay, so that hits. Roll for damage, 1d8.
4.
All right. You strike one last time and just plunge right through his chest, and he stands there and he holds it, and his arms go limp, and he sags on your blade. You kind of let him slide off. You look at the other one. The other one attempts to flee, so make an attack of opportunity. Just d20. And
16.
plus your force. So.
Oh,
Alright, cool.
20.
Cool. Roll for damage.
2.
Alright. You manage to slash across his back as he runs, but he managed to make it out the tent and start calling out to his allies. The lights start going on, and there's rustling in many of the tents nearby. Arca's still hiding hiding in a bed.
Can I?
You're standing in that tent over the corpse.
So it's my turn now, right?
Yeah.
So I walk out of the tent.
Yeah. No one's mobilized yet, but you can just see that they're starting to grab their weapons and armor inside the tents,
Okay.
and the lights have all.
I lunge
torches
for
are
this guy.
lit. The guy that was trying to run away.
Yeah.
He's standing outside the door. All right. Make an attack.
13.
All right, and then make a damage.
Oh wait,
roll.
sorry. Plus 4, right? So 17.
Yeah. Cool. Make a damage roll.
6.
Okay. You slash at him again, and catch a deep gouge into him, and you can start to see bone, but he's still standing, if now kind of hunched over and no longer calling out to his allies. You see maybe a dozen bandits start pouring out of the tents, and they call for you to throw down your arms.
I'm going to assume that they have no ranged weapons, and I'm gonna run over to Krusk. And
You can see that they have short bows.
I'm going to assume that they have no ranged weapons. Anyway, no. So, how many people can I see have short bows?
I think pretty much all of them have them slung over their shoulder at the very least. They're pretty well equipped.
You know what this would have been a good time for? That thunder wave.
It's true. Very true. Do you want to make a persuasion check or an insight check or something? Maybe see like something, because you're probably not fighting your way out of this one. It's worth seeing what your options are.
So, hey guys, I was just walking by, and this guy woke up and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing around here?" And I was like, "I'm just walking by." He tried to pick a fight with me, I had no other choice.
God damn you. They kind of ignore your story, and they mention the boss wants to talk to you.
The boss?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just gonna go along?
Yeah, I got some songs ready. If the boss is a connoisseur of fine music.
Alright, so they escort you by blade point to the building at the back of the camp, and you see in this large...
So Krusk starts running over.
Okay.
And he goes over to Ashen and says, "We saved stupid elf."
What happened to the guy? What happened to the guy outside my tent?
There wasn't anybody outside your tent. It was on the other side of the camp.
Oh, okay.
That was Daryl's fight you were hearing, just ever so slightly. So Pussaith is standing in front of the Bandit King, or whatever he is, and he kind of admires your fighting ability. He knows you took out 4 or 5 of his guys, probably took down the patrols he had roaming the roads back there, and he wants to offer you a deal. He's been looking to make a bigger pick than just caravans going by. He wants to take out that little town that's been causing him trouble along the road, and he'd enlist your help in exchange for not cutting your throat then and there. He knows you probably have a party somewhere, but he doesn't know where they are. He's kind of asked you point blank if you'll tag up along with them, or if you're looking to die where you stand.
Tag along with them?
Yeah,
they're planning a raid on
the bandits are planning a raid on Kleinstadt, which is the city that enlisted your help.
You know what? Sure, I'd be happy to join. And really, I'm not very fond of that party. They're a bunch of,
He didn't say your party doesn't have to come. He's just asking you if you'd want to.
Yeah, but my party, I'm the carry. It's whatever. I did do all that. I killed them all. You're welcome.
So they start to patrol the camp. Are you helping them patrol particularly, or look around for your party members?
So I take a far route around the camp, and I say, "All right, I think they might be over here," And then wait, where's Krusk?
He's in the camp with, or in the tent with, Ashen.
Okay. So Krusk looks out the tent. He tells Ashen, "They're coming."
Alright.
And then I, Pussaith, try to figure out which tent my party is in. I'm confused that Krusk is not at the door.
Okay, make an investigation check.
8.
Or make a perception check.
Okay,
Alright, it
perception.
doesn't matter. You failed it anyways. You just have no idea where they are right now. Walking around the camp, but you have no idea what tent he ended up in. And the band is kind of just flooding through the various tents. If you guys have nothing to say to that, they eventually come upon the tent with a half orc standing there and a elf lying in a bed beside a brutalized bandit corpse. And they tell you guys to throw down your weapons.
Okay,
So-
we put down our weapon. I mean, I put down my weapon. I haven't
Yeah.
been holding a weapon.
Krusk drops his long sword to the ground. Is Arca here?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, what?
I
So,
believe.
well, they're telling you to put down your arms. What are you doing? You're just gonna hanging out.
How many of them? How many?
There
Like
are
10
a
of
few
them,
outside
right?
your tent, and there's dozens in the camp that you can tell.
Okay, I surrender as well.
Okay, so they take your arms and they bring you.
I start playing
They-
a surrender
they
song
get,
on my
um,
horn.
They get Pussaith and they bring you all back to the leader, and they say, "So the bandit leader's like, I heard that I've enlisted your help in this arrangement we have going on. We're making a raid in 2 days' time. We're gonna take the town out from those nobles. So that's the proposition. They don't really trust you, evidently, but they are willing to take a chance because it's a big bounty and yada yada. Do you guys want to like say anything?
So I mean, can we sleep here with you? I mean, you know.
All right. Are you trying to be like sneaky, or are you trying to just be like, oh yeah, can I like stay here?
I'm
Like,
trying to be
what-
sneaky.
Okay, so make a deception check.
I got a 7.
All right. He is not quite fond of you yet. So you did still kill many of his men. So they have a place prepped for you.
Oh wait, sorry.
chained
Am I
up.
supposed to tell you what like the modifiers are also?
I know what they are. I know you would have
Okay,
failed
okay.
it anyways, but you should tell me those. Yeah, like tell me with the modifiers. Whenever I ask for a skill check,
Okay.
especially like if I ask for like a specific skill. Yeah.
Okay.
So they don't trust you enough to leave you in a bed anywhere. So they're gonna chain you up or tie you up outside or in one of the tents. But and they'll keep your they will keep your weapons for now, but you know they'll let you live in the meantime anyways.
Okay.
So there's kind of that. They tie all your wrists behind your backs and they lay you kind of or they
So they
Or you do attack.
take our weapons, but do I have
Yeah.
my horn?
yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So they bring you guys to a tent and they kind of just sit you down. They tell you they're gonna have some guards posted here, so don't try any funny business, and they kind of just leave you to your devices. At this point, you guys could attempt an escape or just take a long rest.
Okay.
Depends on if you do intend on sticking around or if you're like
How
biding
many
time to
guards
escape.
are outside?
There's 2 bandits standing directly outside the
Okay.
tent.
And I guess they're
no
armed
weapons in the
now.
tent they've left you in. Yeah, they're armed. They've left you with no weapons of any kind in the tent, for fear of being murdered, obviously.
Okay. Ashen, do we care about this town?
yes, we should. Oh, okay, yeah.
Care about you feel like bound to protect this town, or are you not worried about butchering just a couple of people for the sake of whatever? Like this is up to your discretion. If you guys feel like taking the raid on that town is the best move, then you guys can go for that. If you feel like you don't want to get involved, you want to try and find a way out of this, it's up to you as well.
Well, let's save the town.
Okay. Krusk says, Krusk like tavern beer. We save town.
To be clear, they're not gonna like burn the town to the ground. They're planning on assuming
We protect
control.
town.
All right, cool. So what do you guys want to do?
I call over to one of the guards. Hey, you think you can loosen some of these up? It's a little tight over here.
Make a persuasion check.
What is this?
D20 plus persuasion plus charisma.
19.
19.
Yeah.
The guy comes over and actually adjusts your bonds lightly, so they're no longer digging into your wrists. He leaves your companions as they are, though, but you can feel there's a definite give now to your bindings.
All right. Do I need? Where's my horn?
It's
Do I need my horn to cast spells?
let me see. It depends on the spell. What spell are you trying to use?
Dissonant Whispers?
Whispers. No, you don't. You just need to be able to speak.
Okay. Can I use Dissonant Whispers on him?
On the one that just loosened your bindings?
Actually, wait. Why did I ask him to loosen the bindings for me? Alright, so I say, hey, so I've been working on this magic trick, and I want you to let me know what you think. Are you interested?
Make a persuasion check.
12.
He's just curious enough to accept your proposition of this magic trick.
Okay. So, can I use Prestidigitation?
Yes, you can. I think. Oh, let me check. I'm fairly sure you can, but let me make sure. Prestidigitation. Yes, but like your hand just still bound, so you can only kind of do things like behind your back, basically.
Okay. So, what are the limits of this spell?
So you can create instantaneous harmless sensory effects. You can light or snuff out a candle, torch, or a small campfire. You can clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. You can chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material. You can make a color, small mark, or symbol appear on an object or surface for 1 hour. You can create a non-magical trinket or illusory image that can fit in your hand,
Okay.
and it lasts for 6 seconds.
Can I?
That's multiple times as well.
Okay, so can I bring out 2 coins of like Prestidigitation
Sure.
or nature?
What
Okay.
kind of coin?
Gold coins.
All right.
So I tell him, keep your eyes on the coins, right?
Mhm.
And while I'm doing this, I have these 2 coins in one hand, and I'm kind of just playing around with them,
Mhm.
and I try to soil his pants, like so that it looks like he peed himself.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, it says I can soil things, right? What does that mean?
Here soil. You can make it dirty. You could. I mean, sure.
Just put like a pee stain on his
Within
pants.
range, 10 feet. Yeah. You know what? You can do that. So you've done that.
All right. So as I'm playing with the coins, I say, "Hey, I think you peed yourself."
Make a persuasion check.
8.
Yeah. No. So he looks down, and then just in complete embarrassment, kind of scoots away from you and walks out of the tent and tells the other guard he's gonna go change his pants.
So I call to the other guard.
Wanders off.
I say, "Hey, you know what happened to that guy?"
What?
No, I was just wondering if you knew. I mean, I was just
That
talking
guy?
to him, and he just ran out. Yeah.
Oh. He doesn't know. He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
sure. The guy just says he's changing his pants, and he wandered off for some reason, so he's just on guard duty alone.
Okay, well, so I mean, I was showing him a trick. Do you want to see it?
Make a persuasion check.
It's 12.
Okay, he's interested enough to watch.
Okay, so I do the same thing. I soil his pants.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, is my trick just that good? Like, you seem to have peed yourself there.
Make a What are you trying to? I guess you can make a persuasion check, but I'm not sure what you're trying to achieve right now. I guess make a persuasion check anyways. Let's see
Okay.
what happens.
12.
Okay, now what are you trying to get done? He's like kind of concerned about the stain that has appeared on his pants.
He seemed a little. I mean. So I mean, are you just gonna stand there with the pee on your pants, man? I mean. I mean, I'm feeling a little secondhand embarrassment over here. You might have to turn me the other way. I don't want to. I don't know.
He just spits at you and walks back out to the
Spits
front
at
of
me.
the tent and stands guard and kind of tries to wipe off his pants, like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with that.
Hey, wait, come back. I need to ask you something.
He looks over his shoulder and just looks back out ahead. Seems uninterested what you have to say at the moment.
Can I just dissonant whispers on him?
Yeah.
Alright.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw. Against your DC. He fails. So roll 3d6.
Alright. 12.
Okay. He stands there, and as you start to whisper, you see his like head twitch a little bit, and he holds his head and just collapses to the ground and dies.
Okay, so, can I break the chains? Or, I mean, what am I bounded with?
It's just rope. It's now slightly loose, but it's
Okay.
not like not a particularly thin rope, but it's just rope nonetheless.
Alright, can I try and shake it off?
Sure, make a sleight of hand check.
Alright, what is that, 20?
It's dexterity on d20, yeah.
Okay. 8 plus... what, 2?
Yeah. You wiggle, but you can't quite get the binds off of yourself.
Can Krusk try to break the rope?
Yeah, make a athletics check for Krusk. So that's d20 plus
What the
strength
fuck?
plus athletics.
You got a 1.
Alright, he's stretching and straining, and you hear a crack, and you see that his shoulders popped out of its socket.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus Christ.
and he's still bound.
Ashen.
Yeah.
Hey man, like, help me out here.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
What do you want to do? You guys gotta do
I
something.
don't know, man. My rope is loose, but I can't get it out.
Okay.
Oh, also, Daryl, mark down you used your other spell slot.
Alright.
Are all my weapons gone?
Yeah, you don't have any weapons up. Well, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. D20 and...
Yeah, plus dexterity, plus sleight of hand.
Shouldn't I get an advantage since my thing was like loose?
Sure. Roll another d20.
Alright.
12.
Out of 9.
Okay, so you don't get anything still. Is that with your bonuses, Arca?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Okay, so you wriggle and you try to get the binds off, but they're slightly knotted too tight and you can't remove them.
Wait. So what did I get before?
I don't know, something like
Alright.
something similar, right?
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Right. How are we
so you
gonna
guys
get
are
out
sitting
of
there.
here?
There's a dead guard out front. Krusk is sitting there with his left shoulder kind of popped out of its socket.
Oh.
And you're
Yeah.
all just kind of sitting there on the ground still.
Can Krusk use that rage skill?
Hmm?
The rage skill for the orc.
He doesn't have rage. He's actually a fighter. He's just angry.
Oh. Can he get angry?
He could try to make an athletics check and break the bonds again, but his shoulder's currently popped out of its socket. He'll have a disadvantage for sure.
Can I pray to God?
Make a religion check.
Alright.
Oh.
11 plus plus 1 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 14. God, you know, I'm in a tough spot here. Like, I'm so close. Get me out, please.
As you pray to your god, you feel a slight glimmer of hope, and you pull on your binds, and nothing happens.
What?
Oh, rip. Can you investigation check?
What are you trying to investigate?
Like what's around us?
In the room? Sure. Roll a d20. Do the investigation check. Sure.
Okay. Oh, what's it add to? Like the skills?
So it's
plus
intelligence
2.
as well as just like in-type investigation thing. I think you have expertise in
11.
investigation as well, so you get double proficiency with investigation.
Oh.
How sharp are Krusk's teeth?
They're pretty sharp. Orcs have like good teeth.
Okay. Can I like wiggle over to him and be like,
Try
hey,
to have 'em drop your
Krusk.
binds.
Yeah, Krusk. Can you chew these off?
Yeah, you can have him do that. Make a generic strength check.
Okay.
Just a D20 plus
16.
strength. Alright, so
plus 3.
yeah, so you put your binds up to him, and they're kind of loose. You pull your hands apart, and you feel him clench down between your hands, and there's some tension, and then he chomps right through them, and your hands are free.
Okay. I try to
Put his
untie Krusk.
shoulder back into
Oh
place.
yeah. First of all, I put his shoulder back into place.
Do a medicine check.
18.
Okay, yeah, you just very carefully and methodically flick his shoulder back, and he grunts for a second, and then
Oh.
is fine and is now fully able to use his arm again.
Okay. I try to unbind Ashen.
All right, make an sleight of hand check with intelligence as your modifier,
Okay.
because it's not untying, which is different.
15
It's just
plus 1.
so 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fiddle for a moment, you untie his binds.
Joe, I got 11 for investigation. So...
Cool. There's pretty much nothing in this camp or this tent. There's not even a bedroll. They seem to have stripped this tent down before they put you in it because they were concerned you'd try and get out again. So it's just pretty much barren. But you do have just outside the dead guy, bandit.
Oh.
All right. So, Ashen, Krusk, do you think we should wait here for the other guy to come back? And do you think we could kill him too?
I think we can knock him out.
All right.
There's no way to block up the entrance to the tent. It's just a flap that hangs down.
Oh.
And it's
Oh no, yeah. I mean,
our entrance.
I was thinking we were gonna pretend that we're still bounded, and the body out there was just. a
Arca just
coincidence.
said something about blocking him out. I thought so. I was
Oh.
like, it's not an option.
Okay.
Or,
No,
so like,
out, not blocking out.
oh, knock out. Sorry, okay, I misheard. Sure. So you guys could just, if you want, like wait and
What do
see.
we knock him out with?
Well, so there's the dead guard outside, as well as the fact that there's just 3 of you and there'll be the 1 guy left. The concern, I would say, is as soon as he comes back and sees a guy lying on the ground dead, he might come in really ready for a fight, so you might not get as much of a advantage on him as you hope.
Let's drag the body into the tent.
Okay, so you guys do that. Do you want to loot the body for any of its equipment? He has the scimitar and the short bow on him.
Yeah.
Your horn is on a table behind you, by the way, so it's in the room with you.
Okay. What can I do with the horn?
It's your casting focus, so spells that require a physical component, you
Okay.
don't need that physical component for, basically.
Right. Okay.
And if you get an enchanted one later, we can get some nice buffs on that with your spell casting. But for now, it just helps you cast spells, basically.
Okay.
Can I take the short bow?
Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
And then...
He's got about 10 arrows in his quiver, so you can take that as well.
Are you fine with the
Scimitar?
horn? Or do you want to...
Yeah.
You need the...
I think
Crust
I
will be
need-
naturally better with the scimitar because
Okay.
it's a strength-based weapon, and he's just got really good strength and proficiency in all martial weapons, which I think a scimitar is.
All right. Okay. Well, then he can have that.
Okay. And then you do still have your vicious mockery cantrip, which is something. So it's not like you're defenseless.
I
You
think.
should wear the armor.
So you guys want you drag in the body, you loot him. Make sure you just write down what weapons you have right now. You only have the short bow with the arrows. You have the scimitar. You can put that on Krusk's thing. And then you have your horn, Daryl, still.
Alright.
So just write down like the short bow is 1d6 piercing, just so you know.
Yep, 1d6 plus 5 attack.
Oh, you already have that's your normal weapon. That's pretty funny. Cool.
Yeah.
And then the scimitar is 1d6 slashing, Daryl. With his full thing, so plus 5 to hit still for Krusk.
Okay. Wait, sorry, it's a plus 5 and it's what dice?
1d6
1d6. Piercing?
slashing.
Slashing, okay.
So you guys sit there pretending to still be bound. And you hear rustling of the other bandit reapproaching, and then you hear him run over as he sees, or actually he doesn't see the body. He walks over and walks in the tent and asks you guys where the other guard ended up.
First of all, buddy, I want to ask you, how are your pants, you know? I mean, are you good?
He's embarrassed slightly and annoyed with you.
Annoyed with me? Alright, well, Krusk gets up and he's like, "Me done waiting," and he punches him in the face.
Why don't you use the scimitar?
I mean, yeah, he I forgot we had weapons.
Alright, he gets advantage on that because, sneak attack, or not sneak attack, because, the guy didn't expect it. So, 2d20, and pick the highest, plus 5.
20.
Natural 20, or?
No, 15 plus 5.
Okay, cool. Then, 1d6 slashing damage.
5.
Cool. Alright, do you or Ashen want to go next?
You want to go first, or should I?
I can use Vicious Mockery.
Alright, he has to take a Wisdom saving throw against your spell modifier, which would be, or your spell DC, which is 14, so he needs to beat a 14. He gets a 9. So roll 1d4, Daryl, for damage.
Alright. 4.
Cool. And he has disadvantage on his next attack. Arca, you're up. You have the bow, you can just punch the guy. Those are your options.
I would like to punch him.
Alright, cool. Make a d20 just an attack with your strength modifier. Because in short range, you have disadvantage on attacking with a ranged weapon, by the way. So it's good to punch him, probably.
19 plus 1.
Yeah, so, alright, and roll for damage. He's doing pretty poorly, by the way. You can see after the slash from the scimitar and the crude, malicious comment from Pussaith, sorry. He's just clearly not doing very well. Go ahead and roll damage, the 1d4.
1d4? Okay. 4.
You get up and just punch him right in the head, and he slams back onto the ground, and you jump on him and you hit him a few more times, and he's just totally laid out. Battered face, at least unconscious, and probably dead or brain damaged. So you've taken out that bandit. Yeah. He has another scimitar and a short bow.
Right. So I guess, I mean, Krusk wouldn't be able to use the short bow, right?
He can, but he'd probably prefer to be in close combat.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll take those two.
Alright, cool.
Wait. Would Ashen be better with a scimitar?
It's dexterity based. I think it's finesse, so he would be slightly better. If I'm not mistaken.
So, Ashen, do you want a scimitar or?
Well, sure, I'll take one.
Okay.
There's only
Then
one.
I'll just keep the short bow then.
Alright.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I should have that too.
So, I'm thinking that we want to get our stuff back. Are any of the lights on in the main fort thing?
Not really. People seem to have gone back to bed besides those guards that
Okay,
were.
so they're all back in their
David.
tents, right?
Yeah.
Wait. So we've killed what, 6 people?
Oh, actually, sorry, and you get another 50 experience, all of you, for
Okay.
having killed those other guys.
Oh wait, that's fine. Almost there to level up.
Yeah, you guys are getting close.
So how many people are outside in the tents again? Oh, actually, let's loot the body first. Oh wait, no, we already looted the
We
body.
already did. You could check.
Alright.
He had a couple of gold coins on him, just like literally
Okay.
2.
Alright. Give me
You got
this.
those? Alright,
Oh,
cool.
Wait, so they took all of our... Did they take our money
Weapons
also?
Somewhere. Oh yeah, they took all your equipment, except your armor, for whatever reason. Maybe they're not the brightest bandits. And they took your weapons as well. So you have with your armor and your newly found weapons and your, like, 2 gold you picked up.
Okay. So... Are the people in the tents?
Yeah, not as many as before since you killed many of them, but there's still probably at least a dozen strewn about, if not more.
A dozen in tents?
Yeah, in all the tents.
Okay.
Oh.
Does anybody
In the-
stay in the main fort?
You'd have to go see.
Okay.
Can we do? There's a boss, right? This.
Yeah.
There's fairly beefy looking bandit who was stationed in the main building at the back.
So... How do we... I don't know. How do we feel?
Shame.
Pardon?
Shame him with this headless head, like with this head. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I wanted to like fight him, and then so he just get out of here. Take his head.
Wait, you want to
Like-
what?
Fight the guy in charge. Take
Yeah.
his head
Alright.
and just leave.
Alright,
Take his head?
sounds like a
Yeah.
plan. Proof of kill is pretty good for a bounty.
So the bandits that are working under him can back off. So they know that our threat level is big.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty sound.
Okay, so we sneak into the big fort then?
You have to make a stealth check, the 3 of you. Disadvantage for Krusk.
Pussaith gets an 8.
Okay.
Krusk gets a 1.
Okay.
19.
Oh fuck, I should have said like we should let Krusk stay here again.
You guys make a slightly clunky path over to the main camp, and you don't seem to have disturbed anybody yet, but you got a feeling in the back of your mind that you're probably not going to be alone for long. You're outside the main building. There's a wooden door without any locks of any sort, with some torches lit just on the above the entrances. But you can't tell what's inside yet, and there's no one really walking around outside. There's a couple of windows on the front, round windows with this very, seems like scavenged glass, maybe from broken carriages or something. And that's the best you can tell from right now.
I would say first of all, considering all of that noise that Krusk made, they probably have some sense that something's going on. And also, I'm not fond of these torches, so I think we should put those out.
Okay. You can just put them on manual or use prestidigitation. It's your call.
Prestidigitation.
All right, cool. The torches are now out. The immediate area around that building is just in total darkness at the moment. Also, just so you know, all the people you've been fighting have been humans. No real sense of, or no elves or half elves in the bunch. Just basic human raiders or bandits.
All right.
So you're standing outside, no torches lit. You're all standing there, probably a little bit concerned about all the noise you made getting over there. But as it stands now, no one's come out to kill you yet. So, what's the plan?
He's in a hut, right?
It's kind of a long wooden building, not too far back, maybe 20 feet only, but fairly wide across. Kind of the size of 3 of the tents that you've been in.
Can we go around the back?
You can walk around and see if there's anything there.
Okay.
Alright.
So you walk around to the back. There's that wooden wall of kind of whatever you saw from the outside, and then there's just the back surface of the building. You can't really tell there's anything to note on there yet.
Okay. Can
Okay. Yeah,
Krusk,
go ahead.
you stay here because you're very loud. Ashen, do we get the rest of the people in the tents, or do we go in to the fort?
I say we go in.
All right. I think we should climb in a window. I feel like they'd expect us through the front door.
Okay, make an acrobatics check, both of you.
Oh no, but do you, like, is that okay with you, Ashen? Do you think that makes sense?
Yeah, it does. Let's do it.
Alright. So 19 plus 2 plus 2. So 23.
Okay, and Ark, what'd you get?
I got 10.
10. All right. Is that with your bonuses?
Oh, is it plus the bonus?
Plus your dexterity and your acrobatics proficiency.
Oh, okay, so
15 total.
13.
Don't you have acrobatics proficiency? Or is that with the proficiency?
Oh,
Already?
not with proficiency. I thought the proficiency doesn't count.
No, yeah, it's an acrobatics skill check. So you apply
Okay.
your dexterity and your acrobatics.
So 7, yeah, 15.
15. All right, cool. So you guys both kind of just scurry your ways up to the windows, and you climb in quietly. You get up to the window, and you're climbing through. You see it's just totally dark in there. You guys do have dark vision, so you can kind of see dimly, like no color or anything. There's the kind of between the two of you, because you've gone in two different windows. There's that kind of throne in the middle, the wooden throne. Over to the left, there's what looks to be kind of a kitchen and a eating area. There's a large table across the middle. It's maybe a communal dining area for the bandits. And the far side, there's a heavy curtain made out of wolf pelts hanging, and that's all you can tell at the moment.
Okay. Is the guy there?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 13? Plus wisdom, right?
Plus wisdom, plus perception proficiency.
14.
14. You can't really tell. Either he's sleeping very quietly or he's not actually there right now, but you can't quite tell.
Can we check if any of our stuff is in the room?
Make an investigation check. You could both. Nothing to stop you from both doing the check, by the way.
Okay.
And also, you can help a nearby ally do a check if you have any reason to be good with it. So you could assist Arca or Ashen, sorry, with his check because he's proficient in investigation, and especially so actually.
Okay. So
you want to do that?
I decide to help Ashen with his
Okay. So Ashen, take a investigation check with advantage. So roll 2d20, pick the highest one, and then also add your proficiency, which is 4 for investigation, and your intelligence, which is plus 2. So add 6 to the highest of the 2d20s.
Okay, so 25 and
Wow.
14.
Holy shit. Yeah, so 25. You guys find all your gear kind of tucked into a small wooden chest in the corner. It'll take about a minute or two to put on your armor if you help each other out, because it's just whatever.
We have our armor on.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you just grab your weapons and whatever. You have all your gear back.
Yay.
You make a perception check.
Both of us?
Yeah.
So
5.
Okay.
Or just
14.
5, right?
Yeah. You said 14. Okay.
Actually, wait. Do we add wisdom?
Stuff? Yes, you do add wisdom.
Okay, so 7.
Okay, and sorry, was Ashen, was that with proficiency in wisdom, or is that just the base
Yeah.
roll?
Everything.
Okay. You notice some faint rustling behind the curtain. You can't tell quite what it is, but you know you're not as stealthy as you thought or hoping you were. Roll initiative.
So
So a d20 and add your initiative bonus.
11.
Okay.
9.
All right. Sec. Sorry, alright. A dagger comes flying out of the curtain and embeds itself into Pussaith's chest.
Oh.
You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the bandit captain steps out from the tent and kind of just laughs to himself that you would try to double cross him like this. Now it is. Sorry, what was your numbers again?
I had a 9.
14?
Okay. Oh, what was your number, Arca?
14?
Oh, I thought you had 11. Is that before? That was
Was
before your
11?
initiative.
I don't remember. That was like the last
Well, no,
one.
because that might have been like before your initiative bonus, but because I was working off of the 11.
Probably
stuff.
11.
Well, alright, we'll just we'll continue and assume it was 11.
We'll
so it's
assume
your
that I have
turn
a
now.
knife in my chest.
He's about 30 feet out from you. Now that he's exited his bedchamber.
But we have all our stuff.
Just say it.
Okay, wait. Make a perception roll for Krusk.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
18.
Ooh.
Okay. Make an athletics roll for Krusk.
Oh, snap.
14.
Oh.
After the dagger. Okay, actually, sorry. Make an initiative roll too.
Swear, please.
12. Or,
Okay.
plus the thing, right? So, 13.
After the dagger flies, you make a noise, and you hear a grunt, and Krusk crashes through the back
Holy
wall of
shit.
the or the was he at the front door? Is that where you left him? Or you leave him?
No, we left him at the back.
He crashes
Oh,
through the back wall of the
Wow.
thing and charges the bandit. So I'm gonna make you make an attack on him.
Alright,
Go ahead and roll. You know what? You can even roll advantage because we'll see. He wasn't expecting that one.
What, 20?
Perfect. Natural 20
Yeah,
or
natural 20.
Okay. Roll 2d8. Oh, he doesn't have his weapon yet. Throw him his weapon and then do a 2d.
Okay.
Toss him his weapon as he runs in.
Okay, I toss him his weapon as he runs
Alright,
in.
cool. He grabs it and there's this big slash against things. So yeah, 2d8 damage.
8 and 6.
Alright, nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, 8 and 6?
Yeah.
Cool. It's now your turn, Ashen.
Okay.
He's bleeding. There's a large gash across his chest, but he's standing strong, and he's obviously infuriated by the orc that just crashed through his wall.
You call me orc? I get another attack! Because I'm angry. I mean, Krusk deals another attack because he's angry.
I'll give you another inspiration. Or actually, your inspiration would have been gone from your bargain inspiration because it only lasts for about 10 minutes, but he has now 1 inspiration.
Alright.
So feel free to put that he has 1 inspiration die.
I guess I should remove my inspiration as well.
Yeah, you don't have any. Daryl still has his because his was from me and not from a bard.
Okay.
Yeet!
So
I'll
now
use my
two.
daggers.
Alright, cool.
So
So you're just gonna walk up and attack him?
Yeah.
Cool. So roll 2d20.
So 4.
Okay, and
Wow.
17.
all right. So the second one hits 1d4 piercing damage, I think.
What's that? 4.
All right.
And the other one?
The other one didn't. The one didn't hit.
Okay, so
Oh, so you
1d4.
still got one hit off. It's now your turn, Daryl.
Alright, I used my inspiration to, or actually, no, wait.
Just so you know, I think I told you, but vicious mockery or whatever. If they fail the test, they have a disadvantage on their next attack.
Yeah, I was gonna vicious mockery.
Cool. All right. Perfect. So I'm gonna have him take a wisdom saving throw. He gets a 1.
Yeet.
Wow, I don't even know what that does. Does he take more damage from that? I don't know. I feel like he should. But
Epic
I'm not sure he
failure.
does. Yeah, like that really is.
He's very
right?
insulted.
You know what? Roll 2d8 for the damage.
Alright.
Instead of, or 2d4. I apologize.
Okay.
2d4. Whoa.
2 and 2.
All right. He's clearly heavily shaken. Actually, wasn't expecting to be battered this brutally in this little amount of time. It's Krusk's turn again.
And then I laugh with the knife still in my chest.
Yeah, nice. So Krusk can go ahead and do whatever he likes right now. Also,
right.
I think I'm not sure I've mentioned a person can, instead of using one of the regular attacks, they can try and grapple somebody, which means they can't move in a disadvantage on their attacks, I think. Or you can shove them, where if they fail an athletics check, they are knocked prone, so they have to stand up to move, and they have disadvantage on attacks as well. Just so you know, like, I'm not sure you want to do that, but
I'm feeling that this guy is probably like somewhat fit, so I'm just gonna attack him and not try any of the
so roll a d20.
15.
Oh, and
plus
you get advantage actually. So roll another one.
Okay.
Because you have an ally, you're flanking him basically. Both
yeah.
Ashen and Krusk are attacking him in close range.
16 lol.
Okay. So roll 1d8 for damage.
Five.
All right. Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Arca just DC'd.
Oh.
Oh, he's offline. Oh well. It's the bandit's turn next anyways. He's gonna attack Krusk. But hopefully he comes back shortly. Should I just wait for a moment? Should we take a very brief intermission, or? Because his turn is next after the bandit.
Maybe, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna use the washroom.
Alright.
So I'll be right back.
I'm back. What the heck? Okay. That was weird. My connection dropped.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We were just like, we'll wait for Arca.
That was really weird.
Yeah, he was like, oh, and I was like, what? He's like, Arca just dropped.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the washroom as well then.
Alright.
Alright, seems like everybody else is also okay. Or, I mean, AFK, huh? Oh, never mind. There he is.
That was
Nope.
weird. That was really weird.
That's okay.
I was like, wait, why is no one talking?
Lol. So we ended off on the bandit captain's turn. He's going to attack Krusk. He gets 2 attacks with his scimitar.
Okay.
He's
Alright.
taking a beating though. He's all you can tell he's just clearly not as healthy as he would like to be.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh man.
So Pussaith says, I think it's funny that you would try and cross us like this.
Krusk takes 1 hit and takes 6 slashing damage.
Holy shit.
That's the entirety of the bandit's turn though.
Alright.
We just.
What does he have to say to my retort?
What'd you say?
I said, I can't believe you thought you'd be able to get away with crossing us like this.
You filthy fucking adventurers. Don't understand a thing about criminal code. That's a reference at Arca, because Arca is a criminal and should have had some associations with that. And he spits in Arca's general direction after he cleaves into Krusk. It's now your turn, Ashen.
Okay. Same attacks.
Say something super
Cool.
honorable. Say like, say how you're not a criminal or whatever.
Arca, Ashen.
Okay.
Do you have anything heroic to say at the moment before you strike with your daggers?
Finish him off, Ashen.
I want to say, I don't know. It's so hard to think of something.
Alright, just attack him if you're not sure. It's okay.
Be like,
so
I'm not a
something.
criminal. I'm loyal to my princess. And then you kill him.
Roll 2d20, you're still attacking.
Teach me.
And then you kill him.
So what's the
So,
first one?
27.
Alright, oh no, you know what? I tell Ashen.
No, you don't add them together. Do them separately. So what's the first one?
Okay, so I'll just go with 17 on that one.
Okay. And then what's
14.
the second one?
14.
Second one's 14 with your attack bonus, which is plus 5.
14, so that's 19 on the attack bonus.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I made a mistake. Is that the first or second one?
That's the 14's the second one.
Okay.
17's the first one.
Okay. So the one hits 1d4 piercing damage.
Wait, so I tell Ashen, don't worry, man, you're not a criminal. Do it for the princess. And then he's inspired.
All right. You get 2 inspiration dice. Do you wanna? Should have been a little earlier. Do you want to add an inspiration die to the second attack you did?
Yes, please.
Just roll a d6 and then bring your inspiration die to 1.
1d6. 5.
Okay. So they both hit now. So it's 2d4 damage total.
So,
Actually, no.
3.
Cool. Total?
Oh, altogether? Okay, wait.
Yeah, that one you add. Sorry. You add damage rolls. You don't add ability rolls.
Like 2d4, like 2 times, right?
Yeah, like you can do it if you're using the dice utility. You can do it like both at the same time.
Okay, so 10.
10? That's not
No,
possible.
like 2d4
Oh,
once.
7.
7. All right.
2d4.
Alright, that's good.
I got a 10.
That's a good moment. Someone clip that, but no. All right. So you just like jab into his stomach, and he kind of bats you away, but he's pouring blood pretty heavily from the abdomen. It's your turn, Daryl, or
Pussaith.
My bad. Pussaith.
I make a vicious mockery again.
He takes a wisdom check. Let me see what his things are again. 'Cause I got already.
I say, we're planning on raiding the village. Do you want to join us?
You got a natural 20. You do nothing to him with that one.
Wow.
He scoffs at you and your fucking insolence. It is Krusk's turn once again.
Alright. Krusk says the same thing. He's laughing at what Pussaith said and says, "Yes, we great village. You want joy?" And then
Sorry, yeah. And then he attacks.
yeah.
Roll 2d20, pick the highest because you have advantage because you're still flanking.
13 plus 5, 18.
Is that the highest one?
Yeah.
Cool. 1d8 damage.
4.
Cool. Alright, he attacks once more against Krusk. So he gets 2 attacks. Miss. Miss. So he slashes his scimitar against Krusk twice, but the shield deflects it like nothing. Krusk is clearly a pretty talented fighter. It's now Ashen's turn.
Okay.
Hey Krusk, I didn't even know you could do that.
So you have advantage if you attack right now because you're still flanking. So roll 2d20 and pick the highest.
Hey, oh, it's gone. 2, 7.
Okay, that was the highest one.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
10 for the second dagger.
Wait, what?
So
Wait,
you roll 2d20 for the first attack, and you pick the higher one, and you do that again for the second attack.
okay. Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Can I just redo that?
Sure.
Okay, I couldn't remember the other number.
So 2d20, pick
Okay.
the highest, and tell me what it is,
Well, okay, 18.
and then do it again. So what?
18.
Okay,
And then 16.
cool. So they both hit. So roll 2d4 damage. So just one time, 2 4-sided dice.
6.
6?
Yep.
Alright, how do you want to finish him off? I'm leaving it to you.
I'm stabbing him in the eye.
Nice. Alright. So with you rear back your hands and you just press forward right into his skull, you see his eyes pop from the daggers plunging into them, and he stands there for a moment, his jaw drops, and you feel an immense weight as he falls hanging off of your daggers, slumps to his knees, and you remove the daggers and he slumps to the ground in front of you. Would you like to remove that head?
Yes, please.
Alright, you can go right ahead and do that. So you
What is this, a restaurant?
Actually, you want to do it yourself, or is Krusk going to chop it off?
Oh, that'd be better if press jump. No.
Alright, so make Krusk make an athletics check.
Okay. 17 plus
Alright,
2 plus...
That's fine. He rears up, and with one clean cut, just lops the head perfectly off, and it rolls slightly to the side. Who wants to carry that? Krusk probably does, if you guys don't mind. I'm
Alright.
sure with this
Imagine
character.
if that was a bad roll.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
Yeah, he could have fucked it up. He could have just broken the head in two or something instead of actually cutting off. So Krusk picks up the head in his shield hand and like shakes it around a little bit. There's blood spewing around, but you guys don't really mind, so he's finished off Bandit Captain. Let me see how much experience that is for you guys.
Please.
Yo, we're sick.
100.
We're sick.
Yo, level us up. Level us
Nice
up.
job, Ashen. Yeet! I mean, yeet it.
That's 450 experience.
Yo, we fucked them up.
Wait, so what's that? Let me get the book.
So just add that onto your
Five,
experience.
Oh, 450? The 650.
450, is that guy?
Sick, wow. So we leveled up to 2?
Yeah. So we'll sort that out.
Look at the level thing to see where. Okay.
Yeah. You guys, so you've killed the bandit leader, and you hear some banging at the door, and the bandit kicks his way in, and they're standing there as Krusk holds and shakes the head of the bandit, captain, and they all throw down their arms and they just kind of let you out.
Oh wait, I thought they were gonna try and fight us, and I was gonna be like,
nah, they're not particularly interested in just like dying right now.
So
There's some things we can do right now. So, Daryl, can you roll a 1d10 for Krusk?
all right, for what reason?
You're adding to his health. I don't want to add to the stats right now.
Got a 0.
On a 1d10. Oh, I think that's a 10.
Okay.
So
Wow.
add 10 to his max health.
What the?
And actually, add 11. No, add 12 to his max health because of his Constitution bonus. So
Okay.
he has 24 max health and he has 18 current health.
Okay.
And then Daryl, roll 1d8 for yourself.
4.
All right, so add 4 to your max health
All right, and then
and for the same to your
Yeah.
current health. And then Ashen, roll 1d8 as well.
2.
Add 1 to your max health because you have poor con. You know what? Want to re-roll that? I feel pretty bad for you. You're squishy. Roll 1 more time.
1.
All right, roll 1 more time after that one. That one didn't. I didn't hear that one.
2.
All right, add 1 to your max health and 1 to your current health.
Oh my god, what a shitty roll.
amazing.
Add so at the top where it has your class, put level 2.
Yep.
Just to keep clear. And for your hit dice, put 2 in the total.
Yep.
And yeah.
Does the proficiency bonus go up or no? It stays
Not
the same?
this level. Eventually it will, not on this level. So you guys can probably loot the camp to some extent if you'd like. I'm sure they.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I wouldn't go crazy, but you could feel free to probably loot. Some
You
of
wouldn't
they've
go
had-
crazy,
they've
but
been-
I would.
I mean, they are still. They will still attack you if you're.
How many of them are there? We got them.
There's probably a dozen right now.
Oh,
Yeah, we got them.
just show 'em the head. Show 'em the head.
Are
You wanna be
are
like
you-
this?
Are you trying to fight them? I can't really stop you from dying if you fight 12 of them. I'll just.
I don't wanna fight
I'll have to let it go at some.
Alright, we won't
Daryl.
fight them.
I mean, Pussaith. Let's
Yes.
just loot one tent for ourselves, then leave.
One tent? We should loot the main hut, I think.
Main hut?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's on the body of the big bandit boy? The BBB.
He has a very finely crafted scimitar. It has a jeweled pommel and such, but the blade seems about the same as the normal ones, but quite beautiful actually.
Skin.
Where do I put that?
You can put that in your equipment or in your treasure for now, but we'll like sort it out later if you want to use it.
Okay.
It's probably worth more as a selling than it is to you for using.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
Can...
He had a small bag of gems. You'll sort those out later as well. So,
Keep that.
Small bag of gems.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just putting this in your treasure for now, but it'll be dispersed otherwise. 50 pieces of gold.
Ooh, snap.
But you know,
Get 60.
that's bad. Yeah. Do 60, so it's easier for me to do the math.
Alright.
So everybody gets 20 extra pieces of gold.
Yay. Add it right now, or?
Yeah, add it to your GP.
Okay. Got it.
And give me 1 sec. Let me take a roll on something.
Damn, we're so close to level 3.
Yeah, that was. I didn't realize how much experience I was going to give you. That was interesting. I don't know how you guys managed to live through that. To be entirely honest, that was quite the
saved
fucking.
us.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, he
Krusk.
did. He like really kicked some ass there. Actually, he did so much damage.
Smash at the wall.
Sometimes you're stupid.
Boom.
Wait, and he got he rolled a 10 on the fucking level up, like
Yeah,
the
that's
dumbest person on our
pretty
team is
beefy. He's a fucking beefcake, dude.
feels
Give
bad.
me 1 sec.
I thought I was busted. My 18 charisma.
Or should I have... Actually, my Christmas okay, I think. What's your intelligence in the game? In your favorite
think-
character?
12. It's 12.
Right.
Pardon?
Nice.
Oh. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
12. Just like in real life. Get
Okay, actually, let me
so
roll this. This is a D10. And then a D. Okay, you guys actually get some pretty crazy stuff. So, hold on. So, you guys get the gems, there's about 12 of them, they're worth about 50 gold pieces each.
Holy sh... Wow.
Yeah, that was some lucky rolls. That's
Wow.
fucking ridiculous, actually.
How are we gonna split this?
Just write that in. Make sure you keep track of that. It's an important one.
There, we keep that.
You could. So I'm just gonna let you guys know. I was rolling to see what kind of loot you got out of the loot table, and I rolled 100.
Well,
So that's why this is happening.
Joe, is the gem cost... One gem cost 50?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
Okay,
guys
then.
are rich now.
Just
And let me roll another D100 for the magic item table.
nice. Please let it be a ball. Or something.
It is a. Oh no, it's not. It is a sword of wounding.
You know what? Krusk needs this.
So let me.
You did really good in that fight. I'm really impressed.
That's crazy.
How much would that be though? If you sold that?
That's a very expensive item. Probably, you'd have to haggle with a merchant for it, but it'd probably be worth a lot. Magic items tend to be crazy. Yeah, that was a crazy roll. I can't believe I got 100 on the chart for that. That's fucked up.
Up your back, just
Sure.
chance.
Dude,
Yep, no
our
worries.
team is just that good, you know.
You guys are fucking stacked all of a sudden. I'm gonna have to like amp it up next time.
You know,
So,
we had a great leader. Pussaith
Wounding.
Masterus of the 5,000th degree.
So you looted the body of the captain or whatever, and there's a chest you've noticed in the little bedroom he had, and so you pull out this beautiful long sword.
Okay.
You know what? I should have had you guys like identify it. So we're not gonna say what it is. It's a magical sword.
We should go back to the town and identify it, right?
Haha, yeah. You can also try and do an Arcana check. If you're lucky, you'll find out what it is.
I have
Sound like-
identified. Or well, actually, I don't have enough. Like, I don't have.
Spell
I've-
slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go back to town and do a long rest, you'll be able to do it.
Oh, I forgot to ask, like, how much like space can we hold in our bags?
It's a weight limit thing. You shouldn't be near it right now, but I'll let you, there's like an equation. It's 15 times your strength.
Oh,
That's it.
Okay. Alright. So if I'm holding these arrows, is that bring it? Is that okay?
Sorry?
Cause I got like, I think how many? 10 arrows? From
Yeah,
that?
you can keep them. There shouldn't be an issue with that.
Yeah.
So I have 57 gold, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Plus the gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We have
ridiculous.
to like divide that, but we can't really.
Yeah, we can.
Cause it's, he said 12 gems, right? And
Yeah.
there's 3 of
So
them.
each
Wait.
of us gets 4.
Oh, fuck.
I feel that one. Alright, so you guys can head back off to the city if you'd like, or you can hang around, but I wouldn't trust the bandits who leaders you just killed.
Can I
personally.
loot a tent?
You can make an investigation check.
Okay, I'll do that.
Can I help?
Yep, you can assist. So, Arca, do 2d20 and pick the highest.
13.
Wait, can Krusk help?
Krusk's not very good at it. What were those, Arca? Sorry.
13 for the first one.
Oh.
16 for the second one.
All right, and that's 16 plus your investigation, so you're good. You search pretty carefully. You look around a couple of tents in the camp. It seems that all the wealth was distributed to the captain. The other ones seem to live in kind of squalor. They had just their weapons and their armor and food scraps, but no interesting gear or anything. And they're not interested in giving you their money.
Wow. Can I show them the head?
You can. They'll just. You can. We can see what it does.
I don't think you should do it,
let's
Ashen. We don't want to piss him off.
go. Okay, let's just go.
It's in Krusk's inventory as well, by the way. He's looking it around. But yeah, so you guys want to travel back? You can travel at slow, medium, or fast speed. But now that you've cleared out the bandit camp, you're unlikely to kind of run into any dangers on the way. You might want to move out of the town and take a long rest, because you haven't slept in a while. Or move out of the camp and then take a long rest.
Like directly out of the camp?
Yeah, like I would leave and then maybe like travel an hour or so and then take a rest, because you don't want to stay in the camp. They might still try and kill you. Like they're not leaving or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. So whatever you guys want to do, you could travel for longer than that. You might become exhausted, which wouldn't matter once you take a rest. So like you could just travel home. Your preference.
I think we
I should go
should.
straight to town.
Yeah,
You want
fast.
to plot on through?
Oh, fast?
Doesn't matter what speed, or it doesn't matter what speed, but like that won't affect if you get tired or not. That's the
Okay.
same thing.
So I guess
Alright.
normal.
Okay. Roll Constitution check,
Both?
everybody.
Okay.
D20 and just tell me what you get, and like add your modifier as well.
Pussaith is 2.
Okay. You become exhausted to tier 1. You have disadvantage on ability checks until you get rested.
Wait,
Krusk.
Joe, what is that again?
It's just a Constitution check. So D20 and add your Constitution modifier.
Okay, that's 12.
Okay, you're fine.
Krusk got 4.
Okay, Krusk is also exhausted. So you and Pussaith and Krusk both have a disadvantage on ability checks until they get a long rest. But you guys travel on. Takes about 12 to maybe 18 hours. It's some significant amount of time of just marching on. But you managed to arrive back in town with a fly-covered, dripping head of bandit captain and a lot of loot. Where do you guys want to go? We've come back on that road that you left on. The tavern's kind of ahead of you, and there's up in the further parts of the city or the town, there's the merchant houses.
Just say it. Let's go visit. Oh wait, is he tired?
He's exhausted. It doesn't affect him. Well, it could affect persuasion rolls. You could try and get rest first at the tavern before you go talk to anybody else.
Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Was there a bounty for the guy?
There was a bounty. You'd have to talk to the merchants about that, but it's maybe worth taking a rest first, because if you have to make any kind of check for any reason, both Krusk and Pussaith will be at a disadvantage, and that just might negatively impact your success, I guess. So,
Okay.
worth considering anyways. You could do whatever you like, though. You're now back in town. It's kind of late in the afternoon, so it's been a long day of traveling, but you have finally made it back to town of Kleinstadt.
Is there a brothel?
That's not
it's such a
sleeping.
small town. There's really only the tavern as a means of entertainment. They don't really have much else.
Rip. Okay. I'm going to bed.
All right, so you guys want to head into the tavern?
Yeah.
All right, so you go on in, and their tavern goes completely silent for a moment as they see the head dangling from Krusk's hands, and then they all break out into cheer. The drinks are thrown around, and people are clapping, and people are very excited, obviously, that bandit threat's been taken care of. The bartender throws down 3 ales for you guys and offers you a room up in the top floor.
personally, I pass up the drink because I am exhausted, and I go to sleep right away.
Krusk drinks your drink and his drink, and then goes and passes out in his bed. What are you interested in doing, Ashen? Everybody else is asleep. You're not exhausted, but you will become exhausted at some point if you don't sleep.
I'll sleep as well.
Alright, so you guys all sleep. Get a nice, well-earned rest. About 10 hours. You guys kind of get up in varying times. I mean, about 8 hours, actually. So you get up, you go down to the tavern, the main floor. It's bustling still, with a different crowd, more drinking and more fighting. You can see out the door that daylight is just kind of finally giving out. There's little tendrils breaking over the horizon, but it's really about to be nightfall. You guys are all rested up. Exhaustion is gone. Krusk is still carrying the head of that bandit captain. Your spell slots are all restored, and your hit dice are also restored. Also, your health points. So Krusk is back up to full health, and so is Pussaith.
Okay.
Is there hit dice +1? Or
Yeah. So now you have a total of 2 hit dice.
Oh, okay.
Like, do I have 2 hit dice?
Yeah. Everybody leveling up, you get another hit die.
Oh, okay.
At every level, you gain a certain amount of health based on a roll and your constitution, and you gain a hit dice based on your class you're leveling up.
Okay.
Wait. So we got 2 from the fight, right?
You
So
had
do we get
one,
another one?
as a level 1 character, now you have 2 total.
Oh, right. Alright.
So you guys are standing in the tavern, the main floor now. Kind of sitting around. What do you guys want to do?
You should go visit the merchant.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So you guys head up to the merchant. You go back to that first door, to the house of Karim of House Khaladan, and you knock. And after that kind of that minute lull or whatever, the servant comes out again, opens the door, and sees the head of the bandit captain in your hand, in Krusk's hand, and just closes the door for a moment. Just one moment, please. And closes the door. And you hear some rustling and just talking inside the house, and then the door swings open, and this
It's
man
Krusk's brother. I mean, it's the bandit leader's brother.
No.
Oh.
This man dressed in these kind of beautiful purple robes with a slicked back black hair welcomes you into the home. You're assuming he's one of the merchants. He's clearly very excited to see you guys and to see the head you have sitting in your hands.
So you just walk into his house with a dripping head?
It's not dripping so much anymore. It's been decaying. It's now mostly it smells rotten and is covered in flies.
Okay.
You walk right in. He has this nice upholstered furniture, and he offers you a drink you'd like, or perhaps some food.
What is Krusk doing?
I'm pretty hungry. What
Yeah,
you got?
Krusk is also
Pops?
always hungry. He prepares. You sit around, and as they prepare a small feast, you can smell boar cooking in the other room and other very pleasant sensory things. And he wants to discuss your adventure, even if just briefly. He wants to know how you managed to actually kill off the very dangerous, very notorious bandit captain.
To say it, I think we should let Krusk describe everything.
Small elf, crawl window, me here, knife, me smash, me smash.
The
Nice.
Khalim nods his head and smiles at you guys. And he says, "So, I suppose it's time to talk about reward, isn't it?"
Yes, I am very interested in a reward.
Yeah. So he talked about how they've had a lack of effective mercenaries in town for some time now, and they're looking to fill that gap. They'd like to offer you a small house, but a house nonetheless, if you're willing to pass through town occasionally, keep an eye on things. It's a well-furnished home, has a kitchen, has a dining area, a few bedrooms, and you're kind of near the center of town, and they'd be happy to accommodate you in other ways that they can. That's the offer on the table.
How much is this house?
A house in Dungeons and Dragons is, let me see how much that would normally be. It's probably under expenses or something, but I don't know where that is. I feel like it should be easier to find. As opposed to just like totally hard.
Is that only the dungeon book? Dungeon Master's book?
Oh, here we go. So to construct a if you were to construct a guild hall, it would take about 5,000 gold and 2 months. So something about that value.
I want a guild hall.
It's not quite that much of a place of living, but it is better than living on the road, one might say.
So is there a bedroom for each of us?
Yep, bedroom for each of you, one kitchen and dining room, a kind of general living area, and easy access to all the very few, honestly, services offered by the city, like the blacksmith and the tavern.
Hey, we're doing alright. I think we're coming to the end of the campaign, and I'm also have school tomorrow. I kind of want to go to sleep. But other than that, we've been playing for like most of the night.
Yeah,
we
this
just
wouldn't be
got a
so long.
boss. Yeah, we got to level 2, killed our first boss. This is our first time playing, so it's kind of.
It's rickety, but it's entertaining. I've been finding,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just,
enjoying it.
yeah, it's just I've been flipping through a lot of different books, and it's hard to keep track of what books I need and blah blah blah. So
You didn't
Yeah.
see us on? Oh yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, we just kind of wanted to try out the game because our friend Joseph bought the books. He was like interested, so he's like, "Hey, do you guys want to play?" And we're like, "Sure."
yeah.
Anyway, how are you doing tonight? Unless it is not night for you.
In which case,
Wait. So like, what's going on with the merchant?
I'll look into that. Hold on, let me look up.
D&D Beyond is usually a pretty good way to look up stuff too.
I had a friend earlier say the same thing. It isn't updated, I don't think, with like all of the latest stuff. But yeah, I mean,
That's okay.
it's...
Cool. So basically, the rich merchant, almost noble, has offered you a house in town. That's kind of the extent of their offer, but it's a pretty generous offer, especially considering like that's quite some value. But it does imply that you'll be in town every so often. They won't guarantee that you'll keep that place if you just leave for months on end because you're kind of lost your purpose in the town.
Okay.
So-
Is there any way I can improve the results?
You can make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Wait, what do you want to ask him for first of all, and then make a persuasion check?
Okay. What do I want to ask him for?
True.
Ashen, do you have anything that you'd like?
What are we discussing?
We're not
They
missing
found
anything.
a
I just
lot of
want
money.
to up the.
You
offer.
guys don't have any mounts. You
All right.
have some. That's pretty much what you're missing right now. You don't have a lot of magical items. Don't have magical
Is there a
potions.
piano, or I mean a harpsichord
Um,
in the house?
There are some pretty like very rich and powerful and influential merchants in this town. They could probably pull some strings and get you a fairly nice piano.
Okay. I would like that. As
You
a
want to push for
bar.
that?
Yeah.
Does Ashton want to ask for anything potentially?
Sure. Oh, no. Not this.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have 3 right now. We have up to like kind of 5 or 6 people that we could pull together, but not everyone's around all the time. So we're just like 2 player characters and a DM, and I have an NPC. But we have like 5 or 6 people that actually want to play and have characters. They're just not always playing. Does Krusk want to ask for anything?
More board, please.
All right. So I'm not even gonna have Krusk make it. You should make a persuasion roll.
Okay. 5. Plus 4 plus so 11. Feels
The
bad.
merchant considers your request. He says, give me some time and I'll see what I can do. But in the meantime, let's eat. And the feast comes out and you guys all enjoy the food. And such and such. After dinner, he sits there and pondering, like, I think I know some people that could put that together for you. It'll be some time, though, probably a couple of weeks, but we'll do our best.
Alright.
With that concluded, you guys have anything you want to ask him, or you want to just go to your home and
So what kind of work would you say we'd be doing?
It's mostly guard work. Occasionally we'll have you go out and perhaps well, I'm just reading this guy in chat. Yeah, it sounds. I mean, we're kind of like fine with it. But we'll take more people. I'm sure. Like I don't mind more players, especially people that know what they're doing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So I'm gonna like ignore the chat for a little bit so I can properly like do my DMing thing
Well,
awfully.
okay.
Yeah, it's mostly guard work, patrols and such. We might ask you to occasionally escort a caravan to another city. Nothing too strenuous. We just need someone consistent and effective. That's their
Okay.
dealio.
Has there been anything recently that has like needs attention?
The biggest threat's definitely been the bandits. We don't have many issues here otherwise. It's a pretty small town. We're left alone. Occasionally get some magical entity coming off the roads, but not often. They often pass through without a trace anyways.
Okay.
Nothing to note besides bandits, I suppose.
That's all I have to ask.
Alright, anybody else have any questions for the merchant?
More boar.
They bring out another course of boar. Just for Krusk. They just put it right in front of them.
Alright. I don't know. I think that's it. Yeet. I mean, eat it. We will probably Monday and Wednesday.
Listen, I'm trying to think about the game and type.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel you. It's kind of rough. I was having trouble also.
So if anybody has any other questions, I guess I'll leave that. Anybody have anything else to ask or mention to the noble benefactor?
Nothing comes up to me.
We could ask him about the gems, right?
He might know. Yeah.
So we found these gems on the bandit leader. How much would you say that these cost?
He's not too familiar with these gems. He's not actually a gem crafter himself. He mostly does woodwork and such, some kind of very finely crafted furniture. He does know some people in the city. The streamer. He does know, like, there are other merchants and tradesmen who could identify those for you, but he personally could not, and you should probably try another day since the other merchants have probably gone to bed by now. It is late in the night, actually, while you're still enjoying your boar and company in a warm room as opposed to a cold tent floor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all you can tell for now.
Cool.
Alright.
Okay, that's all I can tell you for now. Anything
Okay.
else?
There's this longsword and this scimitar.
You have an identify spell, but he could try to
Yeah.
roll 20. I think
could
Parker's roleplaying the thing you were.
Yeah, I was looking at that. But...
Well, it was too complicated for me to try and figure out like at the time of, to be honest. But we have considered using it. Sorry, what'd you say, Daryl? I should really just like ignore the.
Scimitar and the longsword, right? So I mean, we could like cross-reference it, I guess. Would we like get different information?
So, do an Arcana check on the scimitar.
Me?
Just a D20, yeah. I mean, if you want him to do it.
The merchant, or shouldn't?
Yeah.
Ashen do it?
Sure. Does he have any proficiency in Arcana?
I mean, he's a.
You guys are all the same in Arcana.
What about intelligence?
He's just a little bit smarter than you, but not much.
Okay. I mean, well, so, whatever.
I don't know. Somebody want to do it instead of asking.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. So for the scimitar, as best you can tell, there's just no magical influence coming from it. It's just a very finely crafted piece of weaponry.
Okay. Can we ask the merchant?
Sure. So you mention it and you show it to him. He recognizes the craftsmanship. It's actually designed by a merchant in town. Must have been an export, and that was hijacked by the bandits. But it's nothing magical in nature. It was just a very finely crafted. What's it called when someone like asks you to do like something like draw a painting or something? A commission. It was just a very nicely made commission by some noble from some town. We'd probably still like it actually, but he's not going to force you to give up something after such a day.
Does he know who crafted it?
It was just one of the workers in the town. There's a blacksmith, and he works closely with the one tradesman in gem work and gold, or precious metal enhancing of weaponry. So it just has like a actual like gold pommel with a gem, or gold handle with a gem in the pommel, but there's nothing else really too interesting about it. It's just a very nice sword, basically.
Okay.
If you guys want to ask him about the other weapon, you can.
Which one is?
Yeah,
the longsword.
There's an enchanted longsword of some sort, or some longsword that seems to give off some greater influence. He looks at it and just says he can't recognize the piece, and he wouldn't be the right person to ask if it's magically tuned or not. It's not his proficiency. In some of the other cities, they do have resident wizards, and in the great city in the center, the heart of the mountain, there is a wizard's tower, but no one around here could really tell you anything too helpful about that piece of equipment.
Okay. Well, I guess we thank the merchant.
Alright.
I play a song on my horn because you know me. I love playing music.
Right. Do a performance check.
Play Ashen. Play Ashen.
Oh yeah, I play the song that I wrote for Ashen.
Alright. Do a performance check.
Oh.
6.
With your charisma and
no, not with that.
yeah, say 12.
Yeah, alright.
It's not your finest time playing the song, but it is beautiful nonetheless, and the merchant is quite clearly pleased with that as an exit song, and he thanks you for your help. He hands you a key to the the house in town, and he gives you brief directions on how to get there, and with that, you guys step out, and he closes the door gently behind you. It is now kind of middle of the night. Some small torches lit, or lampposts with a flickering candle throughout the streets, and it's just quiet.
So, I'm kind of like, do you guys want to stop here? I think this.
Yeah, that was the plan. I'm just kind of like, I wasn't gonna be like, all right, you guys go to bed. I was gonna be like, all right, like what you. I was gonna let you just decide to go to your house and go to bed, but
Alright, yeah, I think maybe we should wrap it up because like.
All right, cool. So okay, you guys just go and you go to sleep in the place. I'm gonna write down you have a house. Has a house.
As the head of the.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, we should mount it. Oh my god.
Could mount it. You could definitely, yeah. We'll worry about that next time, but we should.
I have to put it in my notes. Mount the head. Man, I love this. It's actually. I enjoy this.
So no story time. I think we're done for tonight, but You can just message me on Discord, and we can kind of like talk about it. We can add him to the server, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Put him, have him join your Discord server first, and we'll like figure out the roles and stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause we don't
okay,
really have
yeah.
concrete roles set for
Right.
the D&D thing yet.
Yeah. I just figured that out.
We'll definitely figure that out shortly.
Okay.
Do you have any experience DMing Storytime, or are you more of a player? I like don't have any real preference, but I am not the most experienced DM, and I know how the game plays. I'm just kind of curious. And I'll try not to kill anybody for a while, because putting together character sheets is kind of annoying. More of a player, yeah, cool. All right, well, hopefully you'll enjoy my style of DMing. It's still very experimental at this point.
Yeah, it's like the first time.
Yeah, like this is literally the first session we've ever done. So we have this whole map to still work out. We've kind of completed 1 of 7 parts. Once that's done, I'll kind of gauge like how much we enjoyed it as a whole, how much whatever. Yeah, cool. That's good. Anyways, I'll probably keep DMing at least for this campaign, and then we'll see if anybody else wants to step up. But after we finish this one, I'll see if people thought it was garbage, then I'll probably buy one of the pre-published books or just take out some other route. True. Yeah, interesting. I thought this campaign was going to be really short, and I was kind of worried about it. And then this one, maybe the smallest part of the campaign, took like 4 hours. So
We started at 9, right? Or no, we started a bit
maybe
after
9:30.
9. Yeah.
But so it took like a few solid hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, this should be a. This is not
Oh,
a bad
actually, I could
campaign.
just check uptime. Yeah.
The beginning was weird, but the ending was the best.
I do watch Critical Role. I've taken just some influences, not much, but I'm trying.
I was
It's fun though.
not.
It's a good podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I was never really interested. I knew like some of my friends played it, but I was kind of like, haha, what is that? And they're like, I have no idea how to explain. I was like, okay, well, then I guess I'll just
Yeah.
never check it out. But then Joseph bought the books, and he's like, do you guys want to play? It's like, sure.
So just trying it out. Yeah, Critical Role is good. I'm listening to them on like the Apple Podcasts thing as well. I'm just gonna scratch off that we completed Kleinstadt.
How will the other characters transition?
You might meet them along the way. Maybe they end up in the tavern here and they tag along. We'll find a way to incorporate them if they show up. I think Patrick is planning on joining us. Maybe not next session, but he'll try. It'll be pretty easy to just be like, hey, like you guys meet them along the way, or they hear of your heroic successes, or they are drawn. Maybe they know of the magical item you had. Like if Matt was here, maybe he recognizes that magical sword, or some various thing. We'll figure something out, but yeah, we'll find some way to incorporate everything for sure. Yeah.
Do you think we should do another session next Monday?
Ooh.
I'll play whenever. I'm happy to play kind of
Okay.
as much as we want. So
I mean, yeah, I think just like this week, I have like some school stuff to do.
sure.
So like, yeah, next Monday should be okay. Like, if
Yeah,
I'm
so
on top
we'll
of
aim
everything I
for
have to do.
that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Maybe I'll put a little more work into the next couple towns.
okay.
But yeah, no, that sounds good. Sounds like a plan to me. That's my bit. I got
Okay. Well, no story time. We'll see you next time, I guess. Thank you for stopping by, and
Yeah.
thank you for your offer to help out. We are very new, as we've said. So, yeah, it helps to like have somebody.
It even got better like over the duration of the session
Yeah.
today. It started off kind of like, like what are we doing? And then it's kind of like, all right, this is like pretty natural. Yeah, have a good night, story time. We'll see you next time, hopefully.
Alright. Good night.
Bye, stream.
Yeah. Goodbye, stream.
Yeet.